Alright, we are live now. Nice. Alright, let's tweet out. Right, we're live on Twitters. We're live on Twitch. We've got everything up and running. Right. Let's close that and close that because we don't need that up or that actually. Welcome everyone. Welcome. Oh. Welcome to the Thursday stream because we're not streaming tomorrow, so we're going to do it today instead. We're going to carry on with our interactive games that we were doing yesterday. Alright, let's get that one and uninstall it. Hey now. I'm just sorting out the games. Right, so yeah, yesterday we done the bunker and late shift. So now we're going to do the next one, which is that came out in a release order. So now we're doing the Shapeshifting Detective. Again, I still don't really know too much about it. What we do know for this one is I'm a detective that can change into other people to get more questions asked to solve crimes. From what I gathered. From what the thing says, anyway. Right. Basically, they're like interactive movie games. So, like, imagine Until Dawn, but with less capabilities of me moving, and they're actual films. Well, I say films, you know. Dishonest detective. I mean, what kind of detective is a shapeshifter one anyway, right? Can you really trust a shapeshifter? But yeah, it's interesting. I've liked the two that we played yesterday. They were quite interesting. They're not massively long. I feel like they're, like, for what they are, they're quite a good time. Davek Studios. They shift into some candy then, yeah. Yeah, but what would be the use of them shape-shifting in the candy? You can't then eat them. Can't do that. Then you're eating a person, whether they're candy or not.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline.
I'm actually really looking forward to the second game that we're going to play, The Complex.
Indeed it is.
Because it's supposed to be set in like there's like a bioweapon that's gone off or something. And I kind of like excited to see what that's going to be like.
Learn when to keep your mouth shut.
Oh, okay. Well, that was rude. It makes me uncomfortable. I'm Sam, maybe? What's the trash can? Who are you?
Exactly. Rewind.
What? All that paint. Are you sure that's paint? I think I've already made a mistake, you know?
You're listening to Radio August.
Well, yeah, I actually made a mistake, and like within the first option, I've made a bad choice.
And I'm Alice Monroe with your August.
Not again.
August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old.
Have you seen those paint pens, Neff?
Shaw's body was discovered last
I meant to ask you about them the other day, because I know that obviously you like your arts. And I didn't realise they started doing pens that are paint.
Is urged to get in touch via the department's
paint pens. Yeah, you can get like these pens that are sort of like, they give off like a paint effect.
Indeed it is.
For like when you're like doing like arts and stuff. I don't know about that. I'm pretty sure that's what they've got called.
Learn when to keep your mouth shut.
Change. So if I say, "Who are you?" I'll get in trouble. So
You know why you're here, don't you?
I've got to stay silent. No.
The dead girl. And this. What exactly were you thinking?
Maybe
You
we
have
killed him.
one job.
I have one job.
Get caught.
What?
You think you can do that this time?
I don't even know who I am.
Splendid.
I got a feeling if I said yes, then I was
You're
going to get in
going
trouble.
to a town called August. Find
To reveal a duck.
He's gonna think you're someone else.
That would be interesting.
This person
A real life duck wouldn't fit under that hat.
is who you are now. Understood? Understood?
He told me to shut up before, and now I tell him stuff, and he's like,
Splendid.
oh. So there's times that, oh, wait, I think I'm maybe in the way of
If someone
things.
so much as sniffs that you're different, you'll be deprecated.
Tell him to have a shave.
Deprecated.
Oh, deprecated. That's the word.
We expect you to use your ability. Just don't get caught. And never, ever change into a child.
In brighter news, August resident Mia French.
What a weird
is
rule to
celebrating the
have.
return of her missing pooch, Barley. The 8-month-old basset hound puppy was found
a missing
outside
pooch.
Daryl's chicken and ribs.
And that's 5 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I'm Violet. Welcome to the guest house. There are some rules. In particular, no shoes in the guest house.
Okay.
The carpets are priceless.
Why did you have to
Now,
whisper that?
How long are you staying for?
As long. Oh shit! I am in the way of the choices, aren't I? This is gonna be weird. Wait a minute. Webcam. I just got the small one. That one. Up there. No, I can put myself here because it's my. Actually, I don't know. I don't know. Wait a minute. Put me back down here, and then I'm just gonna. That way, and I'll put myself over here because it doesn't look like there's anything intrusive over here. The decisions are over here. All right. Okay, so we do. I'm not sure. If I say as long as it takes, she'll get curious as to why I'm staying here. We don't want to
That's
raise
fine.
suspicion.
It's yours for as long as you want it. There's not been many visitors of late. Perhaps the murder will bring some tourists in.
Visitors. Oh, visitors, or do I just shut my mouth? Visitors.
It's just you and some tarot readers at the moment. It's deathly quiet.
Definitely quiet. But I don't trust her. I don't trust her. The murderer?
Yes, the murder.
Oh, the murderer, not the murderer.
Haven't spoken to the chief yet, have you?
Oh, yeah, all the tourists are just lining up to be murdered. I think she means because there's a murder in the hotel, they want to stay there. But the chief?
Chief Dupont. He's the
Chief
one who
Dupont.
booked the room for you.
Huh?
You look lost. You should probably go and speak to the chief. Your room is just down the hall, last on the left. It has its own back door. The chief said that's the way you'd like it.
Just finishing.
Okay. I'm just, predicting the future.
You don't believe?
No.
That's okay. Sometimes life is just a stream of coincidences.
What is
Hi,
this
I'm
game?
Rowan.
Rowan, pleased to meet you.
Pleased to
I'm
meet you,
Sam. So basically, it's like there's different options. So it's like how, like in Until Dawn, you have like different options, change the outcome. These games tend to have different endings that you can do depending on your decisions, but it's all FMV, so it's all actual film rather than, you know, you playing a character that's CGI or mocapped. And there's just some wise going through. Well, this is so weird. Sam. He's going around like, where's the potatoes? Maybe later. I'll come find you.
That sounds super. I'm in room 1 and that's down the hall. Lorraine's in 2, Lexi's in 3. And which room are you in, Sam?
I'd rather not say.
Mysterious. But I know you're in room 4, Sam. Don't do anything I wouldn't do in there.
But
Still smiling now.
what was that eyebrow
Part
raise?
of her head tipped forward.
So I could tune radio, go to my room, or hail a cab.
Cross section of frontal lobe, nasal cavities. and
Tune radio.
sinuses. But her head was completely empty. A black void.
Olive, I don't think we need to touch that. She wants some of your potatoes. No.
It's
No.
body.
Go to my room. We can check out my room. I'm not sure if this one is also based in London, because the other games are all London based. Even as they're all by the company Wells Interactive. Oh, it's a nice room. It's not bad. Shifting locked. Okay.
I mean, it's very, very heavy. It's
Right, it's helicab.
and
Visit Chief.
Good, you got my message. Chief
Oh,
Inspector
shit, okay.
Font. I wasn't sure you'd come, but I suppose you're between jobs?
I'm Sam.
Well, we both know that's not true. But I like it. Sam. That's your cover now. So, the job. Dorota Shaw. 21, accomplished cellist, redhead.
Okay.
Strangled. I know who did it, but I need proof.
She doesn't look strangled. Why the tarot readers?
Because they predicted it. The older one, Bronwyn, she came into my office last night talking all crazy and saying Dorota was in trouble. I did my best not to lock her up.
I mean, isn't that the whole point of tarot readers, is they tell the future? Why do you have to be so suspicious about it?
Oh, shit!
Hey, Morph.
It all sounded crazy to me. Tarot, the spirit world, cards that move, trans-dimensional thingamajigs.
If you never know how to spell thingamajigs, you do now.
I've been smoking something, and that's why I didn't take it seriously.
Oh, yeah. Why isn't she jail then?
Because things, I don't have enough on her. That's where you come in. The free guest
Aye.
house stay isn't free. I need you to work the case and report back to me. Find out things from the inside. Can you do it?
Nope. I'll try.
Okay. I'll be telling everyone that you've been hired by the Shaws because obviously local law enforcement is either too incompetent or too...
Why would I tell him
solve
no?
everything.
I feel like that would get an even worse response from him.
But
Can you do it?
you
No.
notionally don't actually touch people or annoy them. You
I
don't
can't do it.
real
I just
authority,
came in for the
Sam,
free
but
room.
You help me out.
For the free accommodations. Where's my badge and
You
gun?
don't get that? There's no badge and gun, just a hope and a promise.
But I'm a
Find it when
detective.
you're settled. This is Second Chance Sunday for you, Sam. Don't blow it.
What's the point of What's the point in having being a detective if you don't get a badge and gun? All right, tell me about Dorota.
What do you want to know? She was a cellist.
Can we kill him now?
For a
I don't think we can. He's the
yard.
chief police.
It was in the local paper. I'm more of a Bon Jovi fan myself.
Oh, you do look like a Bon Jovi fan. When was she killed?
Don't read the paper, do you? Yesterday, Monday the 9th at approximately 9 p.m. according to the coroner.
I mean, we just got here, so...
At 10 p.m.
Do you have an alibi for last night? I feel like that's a really awkward question to ask him. But I feel like we should. But there's a trash can icon, meaning that I can get rid of that option.
Do I have an alibi for last night? Do I? Okay. I was here, and there are video monitors that will prove it. Thanks
Okay.
for ruling me out, genius.
Don't give me that fucking answer, Sam. No, I'm Sam. You're not Sam. Where was she
In
killed?
her bedroom.
Chief of police sounds like it's not being useful. Let's go.
Strangled.
I mean, if I get a chance more, we'll see.
No signs of sexual activity of any kind. It was a weird scene to look at. There was one thing, but it's strictly between you and me. Dorothy
Why?
had a gold coin in her mouth. I'm being serious now, Sam. Not a word of this. It's the one thing only the killer would know.
But you know. But you know. I don't trust him now. What can you tell me about Violet?
All here, runs the local guest house. Lovely lady. Where are you going with this, Sam? What's she told you?
I don't like him. He's acting is very strange. Get rid of that one.
Look, if it's about the pills, I already know.
What do we know?
Much. Perhaps you should do some investigating?
I will when I get out of here.
Wide. But it's enough to send her sprinting directly for me. The second
Alright, back
shot
to the
clicks
guest house.
aside. The third misses. She vaults from the puddle at the base of the ramp while hospital
Right,
scouts
so we have a different amount of options, so let's visit Violet.
I assume you've been to see Chief DuPont already?
Did you know Dorota?
Not really. I'm sure she was a precious lamb, though.
What a lamb. She was a precious lamb?
Yes, a lamb. Young. Innocent.
You look younger than
Lambs
her.
get slaughtered, though. Don't they?
Alright, no fucking Miss Suspicious over here.
Nice, yes, that's a good description.
She's already,
I thought she was
like,
a bit
throwing herself in the
slutty,
deep
to be
end here.
honest.
Oh, she found that Dorota was slutty.
Sorry. I'm gossiping. I don't want to talk ill of the dead.
It's her.
That's her boyfriend.
Where do I find her boyfriend?
Oscar lives at the vicarage next to the church. Don't tell him I sent you, though. I'm sure he's sick of seeing people already.
Where are the other guests?
They're
Oscar.
tarot readers. I'm thinking of asking them to leave, actually.
Oh, she doesn't like their kind. The fortune-telling kind. Don't ask them to leave.
Demands already? I'm only thinking of doing it.
Brilliant name for an owl. Is that because it begins with an O? What were you doing last night?
It's the strangest thing. I honestly don't remember. But I imagine I was here or getting groceries somewhere.
What? Who gets groceries late at night? Yeah, have you ever been to Dorota's house?
By it. Never actually been in it.
Chief DuPont said you're taking pills. What for?
I take clozapine. I think they're for anxiety. I'm a very anxious person.
Clozapine's for schizophrenia, isn't it?
I don't know, Dr. Sam. You tell me.
But it's your prescription, shouldn't you know? Violet's very sus. Very, very sus. Let's visit Browen.
Sam, is it? I'm sensing you're not here for a reading.
I have some questions. Oh wait, how did you predict the murder?
We saw it in the cards, not images, feelings, impressions. Tarot can be very powerful.
I'm not gonna ask, can't you ask who the killer is?
You don't believe. That's okay.
It's her. Wait a minute. Fuck, where is it? I feel like we need to bring out Detective Panda for this. Alright. Just for this one. Where were you at 9 p.m. last night?
In my room, reading. I found a trashy romance novel under the bed. I'm assuming it's Violet's. It's all
Just murder as we go.
heroines and brooding vampire Casanovas. Thank God Lexi saved me.
So you were saved? So you didn't leave your room at all?
No, not at all. Lexi popped in and we chatted for a bit, but...
Porn. She's reading porn. Do you think Violet is trashy?
I said the book was trashy. Look at this place. If her guest house is anything to go by, Violet's the opposite of trashy.
I have some questions about the murder, though.
Chief thinks I did it. I'm hoping you'll convince him otherwise.
How well did you know her?
I didn't. We've only been here 2 days. I understand it's suspicious me being a stranger in town, but it's the truth.
Except you predicted her murder.
We saw danger in the cards and we tried to stop it. Trust me, Sam, we're on the same team.
In a mental institution, trying to rebuild my life to find.
So far, Violet seems the most sus. Let's go check in Rain.
You must be a new guest. Or you're burglaring us. I'm Rain, by the way.
Oh my god, he's got old man slippers.
I heard you say earlier your name's Sam. You don't look like a Sam.
Alright, fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Where were you doing last night?
I was in my room.
Praying. Coincidence that.
I don't believe in God, but I was still praying.
I was going to rename my chamois Rain. Now I think I will pass. But it didn't work.
My prayer that the girl would be safe.
Wait. How did you predict the murder?
We did a reading. A group reading, actually. With a special tarot deck.
No one mentioned you there before. What's a group reading?
The three of us get together and read the same cards.
She only mentioned Lexi.
Something stronger or more powerful or something. But I'm pretty sure I'd get the same answers just on my own.
Tell me about the special tarot deck.
Mercury. It's not exactly from here. With a normal tarot deck, you'd have the question, so you'd be the querent. With Mercury, it gives you the question and the answer. The cards themselves kind of change.
That just started dead, didn't it? I don't want to see the deck.
Okay, fine. Your lack of interest is unbearable. Those cards have the real power, though. We just interpret it.
Why do I need to see it if I don't believe it, you know? Not like I'm going to be able to look at the cards and be like, oh yeah, these are real, you're definitely right.
I didn't know her.
Slap him.
I know she was called Dorota Shaw. She was young, had red hair, a talented musician.
I thought she was a tarot reader. Who's the next victim?
Next victim? Whoa! Hold on a sec, we don't even know if there's going to be a next victim or not.
Yeah.
We'll do another group reading soon, and then we'll have a better idea.
I don't trust him.
We'll walk on the other side of the street and grow.
It's him. I want to visit Lexi, but I also want to see if I can visit Browen and see if she says about anything about the group room. You can tell by the flattery.
Hi. Sam, is it? Come on in. Make yourself at home. Mi casa es su casa. Come on.
That's not how you say it in Spanish, mate. It's not su casa, it's tu casa. It's her because I'm sorry. Maybe it was team effort. Maybe.
I don't know anyone in this town, except for Bronwyn and Rain, obviously, and Violet, and the Chief, and now you. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous.
Why are you nervous? How did you know she was going to die?
Good old-fashioned fortune-telling. Well, kind of. We drew a card each and smushed them all together. Do you know what the most dangerous tarot card is?
The Happy Squirrel.
You've done your research. The Happy Squirrel was vague and mysterious, but not evil.
Oh. Well, fuck the minor then.
The Five of Swords. I think so anyway.
Oh my god.
Nothing more dangerous than someone taking whatever they want, no matter the cost.
She's obviously not a very good tarot reader if she doesn't even know. You drew the Five of Swords for Dorota?
Yeah, I did. Rain got the Knight of Wands.
Ah, shit, Rain was there.
And
okay.
Rain got the Ten of Swords, which is, well, you know. Swords in general are bad.
So that rules out Rain being sus a little bit more than we had. How well do you know Browen?
She's like my big
Which
sister,
is a very
so
weird name for me, for some reason. Browen. Do you think she could... No, I'm not going to ask that.
You know the Chief's got it all wrong. Ron could never hurt anyone. But I'm sure a smart detective like you can help prove she's innocent.
Don't flirt with me, love. That won't work on me.
Oh, that's mean. She didn't do it anyway. Chief DuPont's crazy.
What do you mean that's mean? You tried flirting with me. Like, what the fuck? What were you doing last night?
I was in my room all night with Bronwyn. We were, painting our nails.
Wait. Her nails don't look painted.
No, I mean, yeah, I've already cleaned it off.
Also, didn't Thingy said that she came to her room, and now she's saying that she was in their room. Where did you come to,
the cards
August?
told us to. Well, the cards and Rain. Tarot gives us a rough direction, and he narrows it down with some astrological jiggery-pokery. He's basically a walking esoteric library. And if that sounds dull, let me reassure you, it is.
Oh, it doesn't sound like you like Rain. You do whatever the cards tell you?
No? Well, yeah. Well, no. We have a job to do.
I don't like these people. A job?
I didn't say job. I said job.
No, you said job.
Yeah, it's a tarot thing you won't understand.
He is just being careful.
So we've questioned everyone there. What if I visit people again? Nothing new there.
Player quivers with anticipation within.
Nothing there.
Voice is higher pitched than I expected.
What about Rain?
As if I'm a little off balance. Sorry, I don't smoke.
Swap
somewhere safe to transition. You're not a superhero.
Alright, so I can go to my room. Okay. Oh! I reckon I should turn into Lexi. And then go...
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
We go talk to Browen.
He pulls out the knife from inside his jacket. 8 inches. Big.
What's up, Lexi? I'm sensing something's on your mind.
I'm worried about our alibi.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. We don't have anything to hide. You're just fine.
Do you think Sam suspects?
Maybe. But it'll be difficult to prove.
What would I need to prove it, though, if there's nothing to prove?
That's my senses on fire, even though I'm riding pillion.
Something's weird, isn't it? Ron seems strange today.
How are you?
Do you think Bronwyn might get falsely imprisoned? It happens all the time.
This is unique, and I'm very interested in where this is going.
No. I'm just worried.
Unlikely story.
Break under my hand.
Right, who else we can talk to? I guess it'd be Violet, right?
Hello, Lexi. What can I do for you?
Oh my god.
The police want alibis from everyone for last night.
Well, I don't have one. I literally can't remember what I was doing.
Please don't ask us to...
Have you been speaking to Sam? You're safe for the minute.
That sounds ominous.
No, I'm not going to ask that. I'll say that.
I can use the money, to be honest.
Oh! She could use the money, eh?
The night.
And killing someone would bring customers to a hotel.
Draws attention. Walk briskly.
She's getting more sus now. Let's transform into Rain.
Hello, I'm Rain.
Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain.
Our square at last. So full.
Right, let's go talk to the people. Oh!
Orgasmic lethargy fills me.
Violet's gone.
Brain.
Have you met the new detective yet? We're basically under 24-hour surveillance now.
Do you think Sam's onto us?
Onto what exactly?
The real reason we're here.
Sam's not a mind reader. At least I don't think so. Just try not to let anything slip.
Oh, so there is a specific reason they're here.
The tiredness dragging on my legs and muscles.
Rain, I'm so worried about Bronwyn. What are we going to do?
Why are you worried?
The chief thinks she killed Dorota.
Maybe she did kill Dorota. Maybe.
That's not even funny, Rain. Bronwyn's the least murdery person we know. But okay, let's say she did do it. What possible reason could she have for killing Dorota?
Crime of
Maybe. Maybe Bronwyn and Dorota were secretly lovers, and Bronwyn found out that Dorota was seeing someone else and killed her in a jealous fit of rage.
I feel like that's a bit of a push,
Or
love.
maybe it's just another one of your twisted late-night fantasies, in which case, leave me out of it.
Can be normal for a while, but in the long
But Violet's
it's
gone.
no end.
Where's Violet gone?
That's the Slayer's needs, and I have no idea how long it will continue. So
Go to my room. Right, let's turn into Browen.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Bronwyn.
I'm Bronwyn.
Just call me Bro. I'm Bro.
he was looking forward to a good long
How you doing?
in a hot bath to
Is there something I can help with, Miss Castle?
Oh, she's back now.
I hope we're not being too much trouble.
Why wasn't she there for Rain?
It's very brave of you to tell the chief that Dorota would be murdered and then stick around afterwards. I'd have run for sure.
You strike me as someone braver than that. What?
You're prime suspect, aren't you? You look strong enough to strangle another woman. Even if you're innocent, a jury would probably convict you.
Wow.
You look strong enough to strangle another woman too.
Well, if you can't pay for your rooms, you might just find out.
Violet's getting very sus.
Read by Jesse Cox. She must be early.
Bron, something doesn't feel right.
Hmm.
I don't know what exactly, but it's not right.
Thoughts?
Well, it's hard to say with just one victim. Musical talent, red hair. If there's another, there will be a pattern. Do you think it's another right?
A right?
As in the same thing we were chasing after in Birmingham?
Oh, this is in England, yeah.
It doesn't really matter. Just have to try and stop it.
Stop it.
Yes, stop it. If it's a traveller killing things.
Traveller?
Bron, you're acting weird. Are you still you?
Oh.
Of course.
Stop freaking me out. It's not cool in this current.
So they possibly travel to take down people that kill?
Hedges.
Maybe?
I think I found.
Ron, are you okay?
Hmm.
I'm not okay.
Well, if you're worried, I should be worried. Why are you worried? Should I be worried?
Oh my god, I don't like Lexi.
Only if you are. This could go on in circles for a while. Let's just keep cool and stay in our rooms.
Hey, you. And then more worriedly, who are you?
Go to my room. Okay, so what if I go as Chief DuPont?
Hi,
Excuse me, bitch!
Hi.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Hi, I'm Chief DuPont. Hi.
I did them a favor, and I got a meeting with you.
Right, Violet.
Who knows whether you've made the right decision or not, Claude?
Oh, his name's Claude.
How's Bronwyn been?
Mad Habit. Mad Habit. No?
Overly nice. She's covering her tracks well if she has anything to hide.
What was it I asked you to do?
You just told me to report back to you if I noticed anything suspicious. Good grief, Claude. You're a bit young to be losing your marbles already.
What were you doing last night?
Feeling called out. I think she is.
Claude, we've been through this. I honestly don't remember. I checked my diary and there's no entry, so I was probably here, as always.
How can you not remember?
And I'm not going to ask.
I think it's the pills I'm on. Dosage isn't right.
Well, then talk to a doctor, you
The girl
idiot.
says, and reaches her hand into his chest, grabbing.
Chief DuPont.
Jesus
What
Christ.
A pleasant surprise. I think we've covered just about everything twice over, but if you think I'm hiding something...
Who are you?
Does it bother you, Chief DuPont, knowing there are things in this world that aren't black and white? You don't know what to file me on.
Do you mean like mustard?
That makes you uncomfortable.
Mustard is yellow.
Or perhaps you've already made up your mind about me. Why don't you tell me who you think I am?
You're a con artist.
Yeah, I'm gonna say murderer.
I haven't asked anyone for a penny.
Phone back. And their hands.
I feel like it would have been worse if we called her a murderer.
Shaking.
Right, let's visit Rain.
Good evening, Chief Dupont.
Bronwyn never been arrested?
Yeah, has
Not
she ever
since
been
I've
arrested?
met her. She's a lawful good type character.
So they're D&D players. Oh, he said it!
Lexi ever been in trouble with the police?
Oh dear.
No. Not to my knowledge. She's sweet and innocent. Or haven't you picked up on that yet?
He's a nerd.
Dorota's family.
I can do a reading if you want.
Yeah.
It's the Five of Cups. It talks about loss and dealing with that loss.
It's more dripping paint again.
Tarot reader to interpret that one.
Notice me. They're busy playing poker.
He's sus.
I fall, but...
Oh, Chief Inspector, you gave me a shock. What is it? What have I done?
Wait, how did I shock you? Like, I would have came in the door, you would have heard it.
What were you doing? What were you...
Nothing. I mean, I was here all night. This cat's on a... Bron can vouch for me.
Tell me about Brian.
She's an Aquarius. Her favourite colour is green.
I'm an Aquarius. Oh my god.
Leader? This isn't a cult. She looks after me and Rain. Make sure we eat healthy and brush our teeth.
Yeah, it's true. You can always check on your phone. To be honest, the only person that wouldn't be alert after a murder is a murderer.
Why are you here in August?
This is true.
Well, it's not for the nightlife, I can tell you that. This is where the cards told us to go. I guess you could call it destiny.
What's wrong with the nightlife?
There isn't any. And sometimes a girl needs a party.
So she's a party girl.
It's a crazy experience, and some people...
Yeah, she stayed in all night.
It actually relates to is being out of control. Itself? What is one of the main things you have to consider when you're walking on a tightrope?
Okay, right, let's go to my room and turn back to Sam. Right, can I go talk to the boyfriend?
The stakes are high.
But what else do you need?
It's 6 o'clock, and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw,
that's more pain. Oh, that one, that bit there's down here's pretty.
Last night.
It looks like a
Police
galaxy.
are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe.
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival?
Indeed.
Some of these are very bright. Oh, I'm blending in this one.
Tonight the weather will be
It's taking me with it.
warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Right. Oh, next chapter. Yeah.
Listen, you don't necessarily need to give them all of your time.
Right, let's visit Oscar.
Who are you?
Who are you? I'm a shapeshifting detective. I'm Sam. The Shaws hired me to investigate the murder.
Right, because the local police are so rubbish. It's been a day, a whole day. It's typical of them.
Did you see Dorota yesterday?
Yeah, I went round there in the afternoon. Her parents were at work, and we were, hanging out. I left at about 5.
Oh wait, I thought she was killed at the guest house. What?
I'm playing football. It was just 5-a-side. Finished at about 9:30. I called her, but she never picked up.
How long were you dating Dorota?
Not long, a couple of months maybe. We did care for each other.
Was she seeing anyone else?
No. Why?
She was killed in her bedroom. Violet at a guest house called her Slay.
Chief DuPont said there was no signs of anything like that.
Is that why you killed her? Jealousy. Is it possible the killer was hiding in Dorota's room?
What, you mean watching us? That's disturbing. No, it couldn't have been.
This is England, mate.
She could have hidden would be in the closet, and I suppose someone could have hidden in the closet.
Huh. Must be a big closet. Have you hidden in there before?
Not hidden. Well, she liked it. Liked me to watch. Not other guys. Just, she had these, voyeur fantasies.
Describe the fat note. We're good. We don't need to know about her fantasies. That's not going to help us do with the murder. What was in the closet?
Clothes, mainly. I did see something that freaked me out a bit. She had a...
I said no.
In there.
I said no.
I've seen it, but...
I got rid of that.
Not even as a joke.
You need to know. No, we don't. That's not going to help us figure out Oh shit! Wait. What if she liked being strangled though, and it just went awry? Oh, I should have said it. I should have asked. What can you tell me about her parents?
They always seemed happy to see me. I don't think they meant it. They wanted Dorota to focus on her music.
Okay,
Strange
Sam.
stuff.
I'm curious if you can actually go to Tim as the other people.
Any more news on Oscar Wainwright?
Oscar was playing football last night.
Yep, that's what he told me too. Not a suspect.
I mean, you can't say he's not a suspect. I mean, just because we don't have the alibi is 100% correct.
Just the tarot readers. No one else is remotely suspicious compared to them.
What about her family?
Dorota's an only child. She lived with her mum and dad. Monday night was movie night, so they'd go and watch the 8 o'clock at the Odeon. Dorota would get the house...
Oh, an Odeon! Oh, I haven't been to an Odeon in ages.
Naturally. They left town to stay with relatives. They didn't do it, Sam.
To be honest, Odeon kind of went downhill since Cinema Deluxe came in. What do we know?
Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Bronwyn and Lexi say they were in the same room last night.
Yeah.
And they can't agree which one.
Yeah, I picked up on that.
You're looking into it. There's some talk about a traveller, whatever that is. Oscar's not a suspect. He was playing football last night with lots of witnesses.
Was that Odeon that had the party and it was super cheap?
Oscar,
yeah.
Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet, which is strange. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but...
Unless that was also... I mean, it did have one, but I'm not sure if Cineworld also had one as well.
Dwindling income from prostitution as age, drugs, and street life took their toll on her market value. Until she ended up in the...
Do you think Oscar killed Dorota?
Vicar's son? No, as far as I can tell, Oscar is a good boy. But we've all got different faces now, haven't we, Sam?
What are you trying to say? Why does he also keep doing his foot bit?
The masks we wear. I could be a satanic cultist behind closed doors, but you'd never know, would you, Sam?
You're just painting yourself a different picture, love, and I'm just getting more sus of you.
She flaunts herself. Her body. Had boudoir photographs taken. Who do you think those photos were for, Sam? Her mother?
I mean, you're not exactly fucking Miss Perfect impolite over here. Even knows how to get their chicken blood out of curtains. Sounds like you know a lot about Dorota.
Not really, just gossip. Apparently she went to have some portrait photos done and started stripping off. Weston's photographic. Zach Weston. He'll get himself into trouble one of these days.
Why trouble?
If you keep taking pictures of pretty girls in their underwear, somebody's going to get upset.
Tell me about Zach Weston.
Zach's the local photographer. You should go and talk to him, Sam. You're good at talking.
You know where he is?
At Weston's photographic? Off the high road? It's late, but he's always there.
Okay. How do you know that?
I have a good memory. I'm still holding grudges from when I was 4.
Still has good memory, but can't remember where she was last night.
I was curious about starting with feet.
What a numbass. Right, let's go visit Brian. Lexi says she was in her room last night, not yours.
Oh, she gets easily confused. Youth of today.
You don't look that much older than her. Brian, tell me the truth.
Fine. Jeeve Dupont was breathing down her neck, so we thought it would be simpler if we stuck together. If these walls weren't separating our rooms, then technically it'd be
She's
true.
like 40. I can't tell age by looking at people, Neff, okay? Why did you lie about your alibi?
To protect Lexi.
None
of this is
Sarah,
she gets
how you
anxious
doing?
Easily.
How you doing?
I was just trying to take the pressure off. I'm sorry, Sam. I never usually lie.
But if you lie about this, you could lie about anything else. What about Rain?
Rain's a big boy. He can handle himself.
It's pizza time.
Besides, I'd be highly suspicious if Rain claimed.
I'm good. How are you? I'm good. We had detective mode to figure out who done this murder.
Every night.
Did you know about her boyfriend?
Yes, he came to see me. He wanted to know that she was okay, spiritually speaking.
You contacted Dorothy the Spirit?
No, I wouldn't know how. I'm a tarot reader, not a medium. Maybe I should have pretended, though. Made up some fake message from her to give him some comfort.
No, I'm not going to ask why she didn't.
I don't actually believe in the spirit world. Well, not as you know it, anyway.
All right.
Word insisted that the bag lady was waiting.
Sam, what can I do for you?
I have questions. Where were you before August?
Birmingham. We couldn't save anyone there either.
Seems like they're on a...
Well, let's put a pin in this one, Sam.
Birmingham Travellers.
Let me ask Bronwyn. If she says it's okay to talk about it, it's okay to talk about it.
Luckily, I can come back as her and let you know. How did you get Dorothy's name from the tarot?
We didn't. Lexi used a Ouija board to get the name.
A Ouija? Why a Ouija board?
It's Lexi's thing.
Isn't that for the dead?
I don't personally go near them, but in this case, it did help.
Couldn't you use Ouija on its own?
No. Lexi needs to give it context from the tarot reading. A lot of the time, it comes up with nothing. Or a sordid comment directed at Lexi. I think that's why she keeps using it, to be honest.
Tell me more about the Ouija board.
Once we thought there was going to be a murder, Lexi used the Ouija board to find out the victim's name. It spelled out Dorota.
How's it work?
This is going to sound weird. Most people believe Ouija boards contact the dead. So if Lexi contacts a dead person, that person needs to know what happens in the future. Ergo, maybe the person she's contacting is from the future. A time traveller who died here.
I mean, I am a shapeshifter, so... We're not going to ask about time travel.
Don't believe me. Well, ask Lexi or Bron. They've got their own ideas, but my theory is definitely the more plausible.
Alright, Rain. No need to get uppity. Lexi mentions you're here to do a job.
We're trying to save people.
Oh, no. It's not working.
I said we're trying. We have a gift. We have Mercury, the tarot.
Just rub that in a little bit for him.
Bad things are going to happen, and we try and stop them.
Frightening that...
I'll leave him in his grandpa slippers.
Hi, Sam. Back for more already?
Yes. Tell me about the Traveller.
Traveller? That's a really old role-playing game, isn't it?
Rain told me all about it.
Oh, did he now? Well then, you know what I know. I guess you must be a part of our inner circle. How does it feel?
Shit. Feels good.
Cheeky. Are you flirting with me?
No? Yes. No.
God. I'm such a bad judge of character. Just ignore me.
Ha, no, I make you out to be a fool. Tell me about your Ouija board.
Oh, it's just your run-of-the-mill spirit communication device. Want to know how it works?
No, I'll pass. Go on, let's hear it.
So Ouija boards send us messages from the spirit world, right? But where is the spirit world? I mean, there's planets and stars and space. The spirit world must be really far away beyond all that.
Go on.
With so far to travel, messages from the spirit world must take ages to get here. Like how light from the sun takes 8 minutes or something to reach us. You still with me?
Hooked on your every word.
Oh, you're sweet. Oh, so here's my point. The spirit world is actually several hours ahead of us. That's how we get messages about things that haven't happened yet. That's how we got Dorota's name. Because in the spirit world, she was already dead.
Okay.
I know. Mind-blowing.
Did you know her boyfriend?
No, I think Bronwyn met him though.
Yeah, shit. When?
This morning. He only wanted to see her. I guess he didn't want anyone else to hear what he had to say.
Wait. Didn't he say he only went and saw her at the place? He didn't see anyone else?
I didn't. How did you find out? Am I in trouble?
That depends on why you lied.
Ron was worried about me not having an alibi. She was logged in doing phone readings, so she's alright. But there's nothing to prove that I was here. I was though. Cross my heart and hope to die.
That's what
right.
told me.
That's incredible.
Alright, time to change it up. Let's.
It will run out at some point.
Oh shit. Will it? Fuck. Right, we're gonna change into Bron because I want to talk to Rain.
I'm Bronwyn.
So that he can talk to us about the Traveller.
Bronwyn.
Up another cigarette. Cough. Cough.
Right, visit Rain.
What did you tell the police? What did you tell the police?
I told them the truth, that I was in my room. I'm not sure if they can fact check it, but it's the only alibi I've got. Kind of wish we'd all stuck together now.
Why should we? The police think it's me, don't they? Why
should do another
reading?
Yeah. You already told us. 8 o'clock. Bron, are you okay?
You can tell. You can tell.
Well, what can I tell Sam that you haven't already?
You know Sam likes a fact check.
I don't really know Sam. But if you're sure, then I guess I'm sure.
Cool.
Speed dial number.
Right.
After a few rings, it's answered. Mrs. Hedges. I think I found her.
Oh, Bron, I'm so glad you're here. We need to talk.
Is something wrong?
No one can hear us, right? I mean, I'm assuming this room
here
is
we go.
locked. Although, knowing Violet, there's probably cameras everywhere.
You think Violet's a voyeur?
Ooh.
Probably. I don't know. There's that look about her, don't you think? Like she knows something she's not letting on.
She's not wrong.
Why did there's cameras hidden in the wall?
I am very sus with Violet.
What have you got to hide?
Nothing. Though I'd rather she didn't see me dancing around in my underwear. I only do that for people I love.
Do you love me? Do you love?
Of course I do, Bron. See? And now that's on film. I hope you enjoyed that, Violet. Listen, we need to talk about our alibi.
What about our alibi?
I know you said it would be better if we said we were together, but lying about your alibi, that's pretty serious. Are you sure it was a good idea?
We should do whatever it takes.
You're acting like we've got something to hide. Bron, is there something you're not telling me? Why'd you ask me to lie? Were you really in your room all night?
Yes. No.
No.
Where were you? Ron, don't mess me around, you're scaring me.
I'm just kidding, I was at Dorota's house.
Why would I say that though?
I'm just kidding,
No, you weren't. I don't know why you're saying that, but I know Bronwyn Castle and she's no murderer. Just drop the act.
Okay.
And reaches her hand into his chest, grabbing for something or letting something go.
I want to try out being Oscar.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
Stream flows smoothly in the distance. The girl reaches for something in Lung's jacket.
Oh, Bronson here.
She hits speed dial. Mom? It's Zoe. I know.
Lexi also isn't here.
He tried to kill me.
Oh shit, it must be 8 o'clock. They all said that they were going to go do another reading.
Oscar Wainwright, what a surprise.
Oh, she had nothing to say to him, okay.
She tries to resist the movement, but it's...
Return to Sam. Alright, let's go question that bloke at the
It's 7 o'clock, and here's the latest August update. Chief DuPont of August Police is urging residents to be vigilant tonight following the brutal murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Whilst he stresses there is no immediate threat to the community at large, residents should be on the lookout until the killer is in police custody. Miss Shaw was found strangled in her bedroom home last night. Poe, I heard she was found by her mother.
Truly awful. Mother caught me up to all sorts of mischief in my bedroom. Also in the news, emergency services were called to the crossroads at Grange Avenue and Church Street following a collision between two cars. There are no reports of any serious injuries, but you might want to take a different route for now.
Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, Poe.
Stick with me, doll. I'll keep you safe.
I'm not going anywhere. That's 7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe. Alright, next chapter.
Scooped Uni to the floor and pulled on a t-shirt.
Sorry,
we're closed. Come back tomorrow or make an appointment online.
No. Are you Zach Weston?
Yes. What do you want?
The Shaws hired me.
The Shaws? Oh. You mean that girl who got killed? What was her name? Dorothy?
It's Dorota, mate. You've never met Dorota?
I see a lot of faces in my studio, but I'm not good with names. Wait. Dorota? I remember now.
Yeah. Yeah, you photographed Dorota.
For the August Chronicle. She won some sort of award. I remember her cello. It kept reflecting the flash and ruining the shot.
And what about the other ones?
No, I went to her house along with the reporter. It's better with these human interest stories to capture them in a natural habitat.
So you know where she lived?
If you asked me to drive there without my sat-nav, no.
Was that the only time you met her?
No, actually, I've been running a special offer on portraits since she came in for a studio session.
Shit, I was hoping he was going to lie about it. Fuck, he might be in the clear.
As you can see, there's photos here. Her on the cello. Now this one's in colour. Beautiful hair.
Wait, I thought she was blonde.
Oh, legs wrapped around. Another one here. Oh, hang on. Do you see what I see?
A woman holding a cello. Pictures of... what do you see?
I think she's just a very attractive girl. That's all.
So why would you ask if I see that? Oh, hey, Bill. Do you take any other pictures of Dorota?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. Violet told me.
Violet needs to mind her own business. I didn't want to mention them out of respect for the dead. You've heard of boudoir photography.
Boudoir photography?
It's all very tasteful. Boudoir photographs are all about leading the eye and letting the imagination do the work. Most photographers mess it up. It's not supposed to resemble a Victorian whorehouse.
Who did Dorota get them for?
She didn't say. Her boyfriend, I assume. Would you, like to see them?
Yes. For our investigation purposes, you know?
As you can see, it's all very artistic. Dorota was a natural. She lit up the front of the camera. Want to see the videos?
This bloke is way too creepy for this. No thanks. You're friends with Violet?
Friends? Yes. I know Violet very well.
How well?
Violet takes it very well, actually. I like him like that.
What?
With a frosty exterior comes a soft, warm center.
So you're sleeping with her?
I'm sorry, my analogy wasn't explicit enough for you.
No, it's fucking weird.
We have sex.
Where were you last night?
Here. I'm usually here most nights.
Can anyone confirm that?
Only the roof rats.
I thought I heard something going on.
Let's go to Oscar. Can I ask him anything else? Do you know Zach Weston?
No. Who's that?
Oh, he's a photographer. Oh, he took photos of Dorota.
Okay, so this Zach guy was connected to Dorota. Took pictures of her. Were they sleeping together?
I don't know.
You can tell me if she was. I don't care. Look, I mean...
Why wouldn't you care?
Asking all these questions. If you find out anything like that, I want you to tell me.
I can't discuss the case with you.
She's not a case. She's my girlfriend.
Well, you didn't care a minute ago.
Find out anything at all. Let me know. You walk away at the end of all this, but it stays with me for the rest of my life.
Did Dorota show you her boudoir photos?
What? Boudoir photos? She sent some private photos to me by phone. Do you mean them?
Oh, no. No, I mean... no, I mean professional photos.
That's why you're asking about Zach Weston. Maybe I should pay him a visit.
No. Oh.
I think they're very ambitious.
That one, didn't I?
They might be a little over-ambitious.
What do you do?
Well, I can in fact tell you that...
If you have anything else on Zach Weston, let me know.
Zach was taking boudoir photos of Dorota.
And I'm all for a good boudoir picture, but who are they for? There's definitely a strong connection between those two there.
We don't know who they're for. Maybe they're for someone else.
Let's do it for Oscar, I don't know. Unless there's someone else about to come out of the woodwork.
Zach was in the studio last night.
That's what he says, but no one can back him up. He's on my radar now.
He does seem very sus. Motive, though.
I think you're supposed to tell me that. If he was taking photos of Dorota, maybe he fell for her? And the feeling wasn't mutual. Artists have muses, apparently. Wish I had one.
So what we know is, he took boudoir photos of Dorota. He said she was very attractive, so obviously there's some appeal there. He was sleeping with Violet, and Violet thinks that Thingy is a bit of a slut. So Violet is seeming very, very sus.
Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. Zach says he's sleeping with Violet, which I doubt. Zach did other photo sessions with Dorota. Boudoir. I wonder what else he's not telling us. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. Bronwyn and Lexi lied about being together last night. You're still following up Birmingham. Keep me posted. Yeah, you mentioned the word traveller to me, but he's nothing. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
Car park from the outside world. And with my back against it, I may have time to take all 8 shots before Emma reaches me.
I honestly have no idea who done it.
Too fast for you.
Is Malia around? She is. She's behind my monitor right now because she's thinking it's 4:30. She could have dinner, but she can't because she doesn't have dinner until 5:30. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Let me move the camera on. Bam. Oh. Didn't even know that was a thing. Just, yeah, I added it the other day, but she's not often around. I think she's going to start being like this if she knows that she can get treats off me. Here you go. Although you need chomped off my finger. Thank you. So I tried doing it where I just put it in my handle area off it. Because if I just put it on the desk, she hits it about and then she starts sliding all over it. Which I don't really want her doing. Because she done it the other day and she like nearly fell off the desk while she was trying to spin around and grab the treats. It was just awkward. Oh, she's bloody gone away now. Alright, okay. Change this back. Right. Okay, so let's talk about Zach Weston.
Do we really have to?
Hey, Kiki. He says you're in a relationship. Oh no, he says you're sleeping together.
How vulgar. Yes, I suppose that is what he'd say.
You're on the wrong side, Panda. I need to be, because all the options are on my normal side.
We're in a relationship, but he doesn't act like it.
What does he say?
He says he loves me. That I'm the only one for him.
Do you love him?
A rose by any other name? I don't think so.
Oh, okay. So she doesn't love him, but he says he
But because she turns back into a original.
Alright, let's check on Browen.
Sam, look, I can't talk right now. I'm doing phone readings. Gotta pay for a John somehow. Lexi's locked in till 8 too. I can sort you out afterwards, yeah?
So, Helen, firstly, thank you very much for writing in and speaking to us.
Do you know Zach Weston?
I met him yesterday, doing the rounds, looking for reading work. Actually, oh no. He did mention Dorota.
What about?
He said there was this girl he was planning to meet up with. Said she was alone every Monday night because her parents go to the cinema. Do you know what that means? It was Dorota Shaw. Fine, Sam. Birmingham. Mercury took us to Birmingham. We didn't know what for. We never really know what for. But we turned up. It started with a girl, Ginny.
Started with a kiss. How did it end up like this?
I only mention it because that was its thing.
Its thing?
Yeah. We didn't know at the time, but
you're a treat, okay, Kiki.
It was after South African girls. 3 to be exact. The Traveller wanted 3.
Give me another treat, Bubs. Oh, great shit. You have to give me a minute. Let me get out. Wait, can you just let me... Oh, yeah. Alright, okay. come over here. I can't even... I get on camera for him. There you go. I don't know if you saw that. She's so awkward. Alright.
You should ask Bronwyn. She's the one that knows about rights. I just know it normally involves 3, and all 3 share a common attribute.
Tell me about travelers then.
I guess you might call them demons, in as much as they can get inside us. They come from other worlds.
Why demons?
Some religions talk of demons, but they don't
going?
actually exist.
Can
Travelers can get inside us and make it look like we're possessed, hence the demons.
Hey. I like when I get her to do that and you just see her eyes and nose poke up above the camera.
Yes, disturbingly. It's actually a lot more complicated than that. They choose a reality/universe where they actually evolve to become the person they're possessing. So they jump in a few million years before our timelines intersect.
Boop. Do you limit the tree thing? Yeah, it can be used 3 times. I think I said it was 3 times.
They can't just jump into someone. It takes.
Because I don't mind doing treats for her, but I just don't want to overfeed her.
Which is why we can catch them.
Alright. They're giving you another one. You have to be patient with this one. Jesus Christ. There we go. Ow! You cow. There wasn't even any treat in my hand. I thought you might want to lick off the treat crumb. So she bit my hand. Little cow. Right.
Yes, probably. The tarot doesn't just sat-nav us to normal murders.
No, apparently she's a cat. She's a cat cow.
So that in particular is a physical need for life. So what?
So let's turn into Zach.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Right.
Perhaps, Gabby.
Let's go talk to
You might always be giving more to other people than you.
Violet.
Zach, what are you doing here?
I ripped my pants today away.
See you.
How?
Why don't you want anyone to? Why don't you?
What? You're the one who said we shouldn't be seen together. What are you doing here?
I wanted to make sure we were still okay.
I don't mean to like obey it, but yeah.
What did you do? What did you say to Sam?
Are you happy Dorota's dead?
I know. But I suppose people like that attract trouble.
People like people.
Is that why you killed her?
That's not funny, Zach. What if Sam heard?
Are you happy Dorota's dead?
I didn't say that. But we both know what Dorota was like. She practically threw herself at you.
Oh.
She didn't throw.
The boudoir sessions. Some girls get the wrong idea. I saw how she was looking at you. She wanted it.
She wanted the Zach.
You were there. You saw the...
I've seen all your photos, Zach. All of them.
Yeah, I'd straight out think it's Violet.
frontal lobe, nasal cavities, and sinuses, but her head was completely empty. A black void. I stared into the hole. Your body is nothing more than a prison for your consciousness.
Okay, but I like my chair at work to be very low, so it's a workout, stand up and sit down. I do this a lot and open the door and take temperatures. Okay.
It is the others I must set free.
Oh, I can hail a cab to talk to the people. Shit.
Welcome to Poe's Curio.
Oh, hello, gorgeous.
I didn't know that I could do that.
I came over last night, but you weren't here.
Well, that explains why there was no answer when I called you. I was definitely here.
Shit.
Did you?
Everyone in town's heard. She's a local.
Sophia Paz got tired and it ripped when I sat down and I heard it. Oh no.
A celebrity.
Violet? Of course not. I only have eyes for you.
That's not what I heard.
This again. I told you, I'm not seeing anyone else. I have gorgeous
It's really
women in
hard
the
to
studio
trust
all
you.
the time, but you're special. Not because you won't take off your clothes. I'm expecting that at some point. It's just you're so clever and well educated. And the
I
icing
don't
on the
trust
cake,
Zach.
you're the most beautiful woman I've ever met.
These ones.
Oh, Oscar's not home.
Oh.
The G's not here. Shit.
Work. I mean, I've had them hanging up at the station for a few months now. Unless, Monroe, have you noticed any spirits turning up at the station?
Alright, okay. Let's turn into Oscar.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
Right, we're gonna go back to Zach.
There's no other use for it. Thanks, Monroe, as always.
Oh, he's not there.
And we'll be back tomorrow.
Sensing the thing with Bronwyn went badly.
Why did you put me up to it?
I need all hands on deck. You're a hand. At least I thought you were.
He asked
Nothing happened.
me to talk to Browen?
Never mind. At least you tried.
Is there any...
No, you've done enough. I'll keep up my end of the bargain, make those speeding tickets go away, though technically you'd have more points than a hedgehog if I kept them. And if I do catch you speeding in August again, Oscar, instant ban. Capiche?
Yes.
Yes.
Use I can
Well, that
see
was
it, really,
informative.
to hang something on, like a coat.
You could do that, but it's.
What if we change it to Dupont?
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Okay.
Need to flatten bed sheets. That's what it is.
I can't talk to Violet. The other two I can't talk to because they're busy. What about Rain? He's not there.
Been in Kiruna in the 1960s.
Oh my gosh.
They were all identical quadruplets.
Chief? Again?
Did Dorota have any online friends?
She didn't really use any social networks. Didn't have the time. Mainly just cello.
Hello to you two.
Go to clubs or groups?
I know, do you have access to her email?
No, she didn't email much. She checked the messages on her phone. What is it you're looking for?
Anything to help solve the murder.
That makes sense.
Shit.
Hello. I know you. You're the police chief.
I understand that you knew Dorota Shaw.
We met briefly, yes. I freelanced for the August Chronicle, and they did a story.
We're trying to find out who the murderer is, Kiki.
Was that the first time you met her?
That's right. We exchanged a few pleasantries. I happened to mention my portrait services, so she booked a session with me.
When was this?
A few weeks ago.
I still think it's Violet.
What type of photos do you take?
For the paper? Record shots that any idiot
with his Kiki. I mean, Kiki, what were you doing last night at 9 o'clock?
Magic happens. Mainly portraiture.
And why was it killing the woman?
The areas.
Boudoir photography.
Sometimes, if that's what the client wants.
Or sleeping.
Are you asking for yourself?
Is there anyone that can comply with that and give you an alibi?
It's
of course.
By lunchtime, she'd cut a small square of cheese because she was.
She came into my knife. She's my cat.
By late afternoon.
Oh yes, my cats.
Mother's favorite lemon biscuits.
Can I do the next chapter?
It was too hard.
Alright, before I do that,
of the
can I
house.
pause it? I can. I need to just get a tissue and blow my nose. I'll be right back. Kiki, don't think while I'm not here you can start breaking into Chicago.
It was bad enough without the gnawing in her stomach. Still, all this proved one.
It's 8 o'clock and time for another August update. Police investigating the death of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw have said there's no evidence to connect her boyfriend to the murder. Chief DuPont's statement was delivered in response to speculation from local residents that it was a crime of passion. Miss Shaw's strangled body was found by her mother around 10 p.m. last night in what the chief is calling a puzzling crime.
I can't believe people are gossiping already, Poe.
It's always the person closest to the victim, isn't that what they say?
But that poor boy. A reminder also that due to the murder, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced soon. The weather's getting worse tonight with heavy rain forecast. So if you're heading out, you might want to take a jacket. Or a cab.
Or wear the jacket in the cab. That's 8 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Yes. Right, next chapter.
Sam, I've got news. We've done a reading.
You're pregnant. Are you gonna tell me that I'm gonna die?
It's a 5 of Swords. That's the same card as yesterday.
Let's hope it's not the Knight of Wands. This doesn't look good.
It's fine. This happens all the time. There are 78 cards in a deck. The same ones come up a lot.
I get it, but we drew the exact same cards yesterday. What are the odds of pulling all 3 again?
1 in 474,552.
Ah, Rain's a geek.
I get asked a lot.
Bet it's a 10 of Swords.
Ah, it's the Ace of Spades.
It's happening again. There's going to be another murder. Then Lexi did her thing, and now we have a name. Alice Monroe.
Visit Ellis.
You must be Sam.
Hello.
I just got off the phone with Chief DuPont. I can't believe it. First Dorota, now me.
Did you know Dorota?
Yes. We were friends. I hadn't known her for long.
What kind of friends are we talking about? You took a little while to respond there. How did you meet her?
We met at the gala.
lovers, maybe.
I was hosting and she was
maybe.
playing the cello, you know? I guess we talked for a little while and then she asked me for a drink after the show.
What happened after the show?
After we'd had a few drinks, she invited me back to her house.
Oh, yeah.
I thought we were just gonna chat, watch a movie, that sort of thing. Then she kissed me. I was so shocked.
It was right.
So
it started with a kiss. How did it end up like this?
I kissed her back.
Shocker. You and Dorota were in a relationship?
This is just between us, right?
Of course, like I would tell someone. Yes, between
we
us.
fooled around. I don't have many friends, Sam. Everyone thinks because I'm on the radio, I have tons of friends, so nobody ever approaches me. I get lonely. But Dorota was my friend, and I liked making her happy.
You have no friends? Fooled around. I'm
not going into detail, Sam. We pledged each other. Multiple times.
I'm not going into details. Multiple times. That's kind of details. Do you know she had a boyfriend?
Oscar. Yeah. She was a bit confused. When we started seeing each other, she didn't like him touching her anymore. I didn't mind.
Did he watch?
She did. So
that is the real question.
If she wanted to get sexual, then maybe she should try something else.
Maybe something else was him staying in the closet like he was talking about.
Some guys like to watch. So tell him it would be sexy if he could look but he couldn't touch. As far as I know, it worked.
Oh my god, we're getting somewhere. We think the murderer watched her the same way.
The killer was in her wardrobe? What? Well, then it had to be Oscar. He's the only one it could be.
Oscar was playing football last night.
That doesn't make any sense. Then she was seeing someone else? No. Someone she knew. Knew she'd be alone? A stalker?
Did she have a stalker? Tell Oscar know about you?
I don't think so. We were very discreet.
Multiple times. Tell me about Poe.
We're co-hosts on the radio. Oh, sorry. You know that already. We've been partners for 2 years now. He's a good friend.
Where do I find him?
He's on air at the moment, but he'll be finished at 8:30.
Oh, you're jelly of the boyfriend, so you strangled her with your feet. Wait, what? Wait, what? Where were you last night?
On air. We both were. We broadcast live hourly news reports.
Oh yeah, shit, that's true.
To keep our funding.
That is true. Any idea who might want... do you know Zach Weston?
Not very well.
But you know him.
He's done a few shoots of me and Poe. To promote the show.
Has he done any boudoir photos of you?
No. Zach keeps asking, but I just don't want to.
He keeps asking.
Not for him.
He keeps budging.
Dorota did. She gave me the pictures as a gift. She looked.
We know who the pictures were for. But Zach was pushing Monroe to do the pictures, no? Any idea who might want to hurt you?
No. Sorry.
I
did have a strange dream last night, though. I was a Hollywood actress, and there were hundreds of magazines and newspapers all piling up on the red carpet, and they all had my picture on the front cover. But the red carpet wasn't carpet. It was a pool of blood. And it seeped through all the pages. Then I woke up.
That's nothing, love.
What do you think that means, Sam?
You haven't been chased by Cavill, who's a Terminator. So, get fucked. It means you hit a deep sleep phase. It means you're anxious about something.
I don't know what. I mean, I'm anxious now. Maybe it was predicting Dorota's death. Or mine.
Maybe. What do you want me to do?
Just don't hurt me.
I'm a detective.
Hurt.
There you go. Don't let me get hurt. There you go. That's the better thing. Don't say don't hurt me. I'm a detective. I'm not going to hurt you.
Sam, you forgot your phone.
Okay, so why didn't you...
I left and observed her vaguely as I...
Oscar? Oscar's gone. Okay, we can't talk to Oscar. What about Zach? Right, do you know Ellis Monroe?
Monroe. Everyone knows her. She's a local
She's gonna get us killed.
Here.
Oh, she's gonna kill us. Maybe. Do you have photos of her?
I always get the shot, Sam. One way or another.
Don't say it like that. Don't suss yourself. I can't say anything else. Shit.
The boy I spoke with, and he looked into mine.
Fireworks have started already. We had them yesterday.
Sam, do me a favour. Go easy on Violet. If we need to get anything out of her, let me deal with it. She'll open up to me.
What do we know?
Got a new target. Ellis Monroe.
Yes.
Ellis said she was in a relationship with Dorota. She kissed a girl and she liked it. She told you where John Pope, or Poe, was going to be next.
I love his Katy Perry colour.
Said he was praying in his room.
I had him for like 2 weeks, but more people than today. I haven't heard of them yet.
Don't add up.
I haven't heard of them yet. I haven't heard them yet, but I'm sure it will happen.
Zach Weston says he was in his studio.
A lot of people won't finish work till about 5 around here, so...
And he keeps asking Ellis to pose nude. Could be motive.
It could be.
Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that.
Yeah, but he also liked watching her because she told him that's what she liked, so it's kind of hard to pin it on Oscar right now.
George had lost his job and his family and couldn't work because of pinched nerves.
Hey, Browen. Do you know Zach Weston?
No. I can do a reading if you want.
Sure, go on.
9 of Cups. This is a very positive card.
She looks like a mess.
Is Zach a suspect? Something feels wrong. He's too smug, too self-congratulating, like he's got away with something. I don't like this, Sam. I don't like this one bit at all.
Also, she pulled that up right. Now, I know jack shit about tarot reading, but I know there's an opposite meaning if it's upside down. So they haven't included any upside down tarot cards right now. Rain said, do you know about rights?
A little bit. What did you want to know?
What is a right?
Right can take many forms, but from what we know about these travelers, it seems to be performing some kind of coming-of-age ceremony.
How do you know about travelers?
We've all known about them for hundreds of years. We just know them by different names. Demons, skinwalkers, Jack the Ripper.
Like,
they're all
short
travelers.
game is horrible. Will there be 3 this time?
3 attempts? Yes, that's likely. But 3 victims?
Like, director needs to be fired. Well, I'm pretty sure, Kiki, you don't have to worry about that. This game's been out for a while. Director had a Quinn mouth part of it, right? Oh, wait. Tell me about
I've
Alice
heard on the
Moray.
radio, but other than that, I don't know anything about her. I want to help though.
What's the connection between Alice and Dorota?
That's the $1 million question, isn't it? Although we can be sure of one thing.
They both know the killer. They're both redheads.
Yeah, she sounded blonde on the radio, but Mercury called her as a redhead.
I need your help.
Yes, of course. Anything.
Trying to find out more from Mercury. Keep an eye on Violet. Keep an eye on Violet.
Do you think she's in danger? You don't think she's involved, do you?
That's what I need to know.
Leave it with me, I'll see what I can find out. And don't worry, I'll be super discreet.
Dorota had a coin in her mouth, part of it, right?
Was it a gold coin?
Yes, how did you know?
That's more of a serial killer thing than a possessed by a traveler thing. It's a bit showy, but well, there's no guarantees.
Just wish you knew it was gold. Of all the coins, why would she guess gold?
The gnawing.
Rain. Do you know Alice?
Yes, I met her at the radio station.
Where you at? Why were you there?
I was offering my services. Earning a living's tricky when you travel around as much as we do. And last time I checked, Violet wasn't offering us room and board for free.
Tell me more about Birmingham.
Birmingham, it was a man called Yuri.
Is he a hoe? No, he's another tarot reader.
As a butcher.
Kiki.
He beheaded all 3 girls within hours of each other. And we couldn't stop it. He pleaded not guilty for reason of temporary insanity.
What happened to Yuri?
The butcher.
Oh, okay, those services, not the other kind. No, not
life
those.
Sentences and isn't seeing the light of day anytime soon. We know it wasn't him, though. We know it was a traveller.
You keep saying that, but we still don't really know what a traveller is.
The chair's upholstery.
So what's the news about Ellis? I feel so useless sitting here. I want to help.
Okay, Lexi. Here's the deal. Do you really want to help?
Yes, please use me. Tell me what to do.
I mean, don't put it like that. Okay, I have a few options. Find out what you can from Zach Weston.
Who's that?
He's a photographer in town.
Is he a suspect? I guess he must be. Okay, I'm on the case. Just give me a minute to get ready and I'll be off.
Cool. Right, with that being said, I want to turn into I want to turn into the detective and talk to Violet.
Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
There were no more soft little rolls of fat to make her taste.
Right, okay.
Just thin skin.
Claude.
Claude?
Violet, there's been a UFO sighted on a night that you can't remember.
Shh! Claude, I told you never to speak about this. Wait. So you think it's real?
I need you to tell Sam what happened. It'll help.
Help what? Me?
She'd be crazy.
Think about it.
Wait a minute. Okay. So we know that Zach sleeps with Violet. He took boudoir photos of Dorota. Dorota's a redhead. Their warning is that Ellis is going to die, who is a redhead, and he's been pushing her for pictures as well. So he has a thing for redheads. Zach is getting more suspicious now.
But her head was completely empty.
Chief DuPont, thanks for calling in.
Hello, Ellis. I'm just checking. Yeah, we're just checking you're safe.
At the moment, my heart's beating 1,000 times a minute and I can't sit still. Every noise or knock on the door makes me jump out of my skin, and I keep looking behind me. Is that safe?
I mean, there's blinds. Of course they're safe.
Have I ever let you down?
What's really worrying you?
Really worrying you?
That you're just saying you're doing things when you're not actually doing anything. What's the plan, Chief DuPont?
She says it
How do we
as if
stop
we're
it from
cops.
happening? How do we stop me from dying?
Leave. Watch someone beat her to death with some blinds now. Oh my god, that would be hilarious.
I wanted to ask you something.
Oh. Is it about the boudoir photos?
Yeah. So it's true then.
I haven't seen them.
It's all tasteful stuff. Maybe a gift. I haven't seen them, I'm sorry.
Just in shock. All the time.
Oh, they're tasteful stuff.
I just can't process it all.
What did you want to ask?
Am I still a suspect?
Yes.
But I was playing football, and there was loads of witnesses. How?
You killed her after, and planted the body.
It takes half an hour to get to football. And what? I left her in the boot while I went to have a kickabout. I'm starting to see why they hired Sam now.
Oh!
library.
I mean, it's good to do that, though, just to get an answer. Hello again, Zach. I can't talk to Zach. Never mind.
The library burned down 3 weeks after their sale. Would you believe it? Wow. They normally come in pairs.
Right, I think the best choice for me now is to go to my room, change into Ellis, and then go question people as Ellis. Ellis is the only one we haven't done it, and I feel like we're going to get some answers from people if we're Ellis.
I'm Ellis.
Right. So let's leave.
Particular in August at the moment.
We're going to hail a cab. We're going to go to Oscar. Oscar isn't there. Okay. Visit Zach. Zach also isn't there. Okay.
No.
Chief? Chief isn't there either. Okay. So I can't talk to any of those.
Read by Tex Murphy. The hole in her chest is the size of a cigarette.
Right. Is it Violet? She isn't there.
Even with the smoke trails from my gun. 6 weeks of...
Rowan? Isn't there? There's got to be someone that I can talk to as Ellis.
Bleeding out. Only Wednesday. Her name was Vanessa Quinn, and she...
No shit. Literally no one.
I'm not sure I believe
Literally no one.
Even now, if she wasn't on a mat, she wasn't anymore.
Let's change into Lexi.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
And I've been set
What
up.
about if I go to other places now?
I was literally holding a smoking gun.
No.
I called towards it.
Sorry, we're closed. Unless you're here for something else.
I don't like him.
I'm a friend of Dorota's.
Dorota. I'm sorry about what happened.
Dorota told me things about you.
Things? That's ominously vague. I'm not sure what you mean. Sorry, I didn't catch your name. Lexi. I like it. It's got an edge.
She's not a redhead.
I know what you're dating. Dorota says she knew you. You're dating Violet, aren't you?
No, we're just friends.
Oh!
That's not what you told Sam. That's not what Violet thinks.
Violet doesn't always see things clearly. It's fine. I know how to handle her.
Why is he lying about things now?
Doesn't see what clearly. What do you mean, handle her?
I know how to talk to her. She's a sweetheart when you get to know her.
Dorota says she knew you. Dorota says she knew you.
Yeah, she had a portrait session with me. Can I get you a drink?
No. I don't trust what you've put in there. I said no. Oh wait, is that for you? Never mind. He's got that alcohol, which is in skull glass. I've always seen that and been like, oh, that looks cool. I've never brought it though. I can't remember what alcohol it is though. It's either tequila or vodka.
A little bit won't hurt.
I know what you did to Dorota.
Vodka. Okay.
I didn't do anything to Dorota.
You killed. You seduced her.
You make it sound so sordid. Dorota didn't do anything she didn't want to.
So he's not denying that he's tried seducing her.
If you find one, shoot it. That's
Interesting.
the way to deal with
Interesting.
them. That's how we deal with them. With that, she's gone.
Right, I'm going to turn back into Sam, and I'm going to talk to Violet, and maybe Violet will talk to me. Now, because Claude talked to her.
I turn and see Vanessa upright on the couch.
Who is this random ass child?
Excellent work.
And why isn't she a suspect?
Oh, hello. This is my goddaughter, Sophia.
It was Sophia.
She's only 9 and she's a maths genius.
And she's a genius. I called it. She's a killer.
I have to pop to my room to get something. Be nice to her while I'm gone. Otherwise I might have to smother you in your sleep.
What's your name?
I'm the boogeyman, Sam.
I'm Sophia. Pleased to meet you. Do you want to know a secret?
Yes?
Violet was taken by aliens in their ship. She doesn't want anyone to know.
Sorry about that. Sophia, your mother will be here for you soon, so run along and wait. Now, Sam, how can I help you?
Do you know Ellis Monroe?
Of course. Poe and Monroe. She's on the radio.
For some reason, she looks really familiar, and I can't put a finger on why. Have you ever met her?
Yes, I believe I did. She was here once for something. Don't remember now.
Sophia mentioned aliens.
She has a wicked imagination for her age.
Do you think is that why you're taking pills?
I was seeing and hearing things that weren't there. That's why I'm taking pills.
Have you told anyone else about this?
I needed to confide in someone, so I told Chief Dupont. Just Chief Dupont.
Okay.
And now you, apparently.
Yes, you have told us. Well done. Do you think you were abducted last night?
Why are you talking about this again? You understand, every time you mention abduction, it opens up a vault of crushing memories that I'd rather stay locked up.
I'm not going to ask that because she doesn't remember anyway. Okay. I think I've done all I can with this bit now.
August. You might have seen it.
Oh, apparently not. Never mind.
Legend says that it wards off evil spirits while traversing the ley line network.
Hail a cab. Oscar? No.
Curiosity shop.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
The Bay.
Turn into Browen.
I'm Bronwyn.
Bronwyn.
I
say that name wrong every time. I'm never going to remember it.
Peering through the cracks.
I just got to call her Brony.
It floated there in the center.
Do you believe Tara can predict things now?
I'm not one for mystics and crystal balls. I'm a Virgo.
What's that got to do with anything?
It says you're lying about your alibi.
Oh, I suppose it has a 50-50 chance of getting it right.
That span the wall where many.
I don't get that when people mention your birth sign. I don't understand it.
The room gave the impression.
It's not supposed to mean anything.
What are we gonna do about Ellis?
What would you?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
Let's think.
What have we tried before?
A few times we've caught up with the Traveller, nothing's worked.
Talking to them? Killing them? Restraining them?
Please don't kill that person. Okay, thanks. Oh no, look, you killed them anyway. You know that doesn't work, Ron.
Shit.
Only they weren't. Except for a moment.
Holy
The
cow.
head was a monster.
Chief isn't there.
Sea horror.
Oscar isn't there. Zach isn't there.
And yet.
Ellis, okay.
Who are you? What are you doing in my house? Get out now before I call the police!
Actually, that's the point. Why did we just walk in instead of knocking on the door?
Run or die. The
That's
door
weird.
gave way from the stumbling push, and there was a long expanse of the room. Footsteps echoed on wood.
Violet again then.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
And then.
Right.
Stop.
Brony isn't there.
It would be over quickly.
Rain isn't there.
Clutching my shoulders with spider-like fingers.
Lexi isn't there.
Straight into its mind. A cold, dark tunnel, and at the bottom a mirage.
Chief isn't there.
That carnivorous.
Oscar isn't there.
Like a spiked coffin.
Hello, lovely.
Zach.
Take a look at this. It's a picture of Dorota.
Okay.
I don't want to see pictures of your conquests.
It's not like that. It's just a press photo. Do you see anything in it?
A girl holding a cello.
You don't see any movement. Just Dorota.
Yes.
Water.
Hmm.
And it's disguised with...
And Ellis's. I like how everyone's just literally intruding on Ellis's house.
The entity did not understand the concept of water or air.
Alright, what am I doing now then? I haven't been Rain in a while.
Hello, I'm Rain.
So if there's anyone that we can talk to as Rain.
Addiction, survived on a steadily dwindling income from prostitution.
Ah, Violet. Hello.
Who is...
You saw her, did you? She's my goddaughter, at that age where she overshares.
Is she a ghost?
What makes you say that, Rain? Is there something about her aura?
And haunting memories. A corporeal...
Why would we ask if she was a ghost?
What is it, Ray?
I have a plan.
You do? Enlighten me.
Maybe Ellis should stay with... Maybe Ellis should stay with us.
Yeah.
With our track record. If she gets killed anywhere near us, we'll be sent to jail, whether we did it or not.
That's cold.
I'm just being practical. Ellis's fate is in our hands. Ours isn't.
Agitated, a worm-like thing. No thicker than its fingers, but long.
Nancy?
Did you miss me while I was gone?
Right, these two are thing.
I'm honestly not going to try and worry about this one. We've told Sam, and I think that's all we can do.
Really?
What's Sam going to do?
I believe Sam is going to save Ellis. According to the Ouija, this could play out in a lot of different ways, but mostly saving Ellis.
What other ways?
Ellis could run, Ellis could die, Ellis could be saved, mistaken identity, someone else dies. There's a lot of noise coming from the beyond, but it's not just a load of voices saying Ellis will die. Sam's got this.
Observe for the bag lady, to do its bidding. It would eat me if I refused. Though it hadn't yet...
Chief isn't there, Oscar isn't there. Is that going to be there still? Nope.
So I left.
Haven't you done enough predicting my death?
Ellis, okay. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm just kidding. I know it's not your fault. Well, unless you're the killer.
Ha 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 ha!
Have you made
a decision about the show?
I think it's a no. Sorry. It's just the reading that you gave me the other day. I don't want to scare off the audience.
Hella sus.
Scare off your listeners.
What reading?
The reading you gave me. To show me what you could do. It was scarily accurate.
What was
accurate about it?
Everything. My broken heart, the enveloping darkness, my beautiful death. You said it was just a metaphor, that it was just about transformation. But it's not. I'm going to die, aren't I?
In hand and smelled of urine. The worm probed.
Interesting.
And the worm did not hear the usual refrain.
Interesting.
Not this one.
Right. Who's the next person? It is... As we've already done. Let's try Zach.
I'm Zach Weston.
See if we get any questions sort of answered from them. Right. Okay, leave.
A jingle of coins, a handful of change.
I think we should break up. I need to talk about Ellis Monroe.
Yes, that one first.
What have you been doing with Ellis Monroe?
What haven't I been doing?
Have you heard?
Tarot readers have predicted that she's the next victim.
Do you think we should do something?
Like?
Is that really all you think about? Starting to look like August has a serial killer targeting redheads. Look at my hair.
Confess.
Does this look red to you?
I think we should break up.
I don't know if that would be a good thing to tell her. I'm gonna delete that one.
The room bathed in blue light, with the glass walls like a fish tank, where the city sleeps below.
Right, Brony isn't there.
Where the floating entity waits.
Zach, let me stop you there. You are one.
Expelliarmus out of here.
Now, I don't know what you had going on with Dorota, but I don't want anything to do with it. Do not come back here. Please.
Oh shit, Brain's actually somewhat decent bloke there, telling him to get out.
And
Lexi isn't here.
added, while I watch from the crack of the closet.
Right, can I...
always watch from...
Chief? No, Chief isn't there. Can we go see Oscar? No.
You're listening to
Zach?
Ellis, okay.
What are you doing here?
I've been a naughty boy. I need to tell my previous partners.
Okay.
Good to know. I'm not one of them though, so... Unless there's anything else?
Pose for me.
That, this seems weird.
Pose for me.
Zach, please stop asking. It's not gonna happen.
Just,
No, they're getting too weird now.
You can't be trusted. You need her.
Alright.
Penn tried. She really did.
So he has been pushy with her.
She'd done it before.
Okay.
She could do it again.
That was Oscar.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
Okay.
Slice of bread.
Right, let's go through the list again. Violet? Nothing.
Opening the fridge. Then,
Brony? Nothing.
without Mother, Penn failed. Like she
Rain? Nothing.
each time she'd cut a small square of cheese because
Lexi? Nothing.
late
Alright,
afternoon.
so no, I can't talk to anyone in the guest house right now.
Biscuits. And
What about Chief?
Oscar, good. You got my message.
Oh.
Got some things to show you.
What have you got?
Does, this mean anything to you?
That's Dorota.
Yeah, it's the woman.
I showed you this.
Ellis Monroe.
Yeah, Ellis.
You know her?
She's from the radio.
She's from the radio.
And if I do this?
Wait, this isn't professional.
No? Anything?
What are you doing?
That'll be all. You can go now.
more, but only one kind would do.
That was awkward and also very unprofessional.
Oscar, I'm so sorry. What can I do?
Were you seeing Dorota?
Oscar, it's so much more complicated than that.
Why didn't you save her? Is it... Why...
I couldn't. I was live on air. I didn't know what was happening. Well, nobody knew what was happening.
Hmm.
Don't make this my fault, Oscar. Please.
Hmm.
As she was told, like the good girl, she...
I'm starting to find that the Chief DuPont is very suspicious. The way he acts, I don't know. Are we done enough to be able to get the next chapter now?
Herself together. After a couple of weeks, Penn's little fat roll shrank away, like an attic mouse she'd foolishly dreamed of keeping. In truth,
Oh, yeah.
I don't really want to.
Okay. I'm not going to press her for it, actually. You know what? No, it's fine.
Thanks, Sam, for respecting my wishes.
difficult to explain. I'm stuck in the wall of an enormous room made from these wooden vines, except the vines slowly move and drip with pain. My head is pushed out like I'm a trophy. If I look to the side, there are others, heads, all prisoners, being experimented on.
Okay, experimented on?
They rearrange us like decorations, suck us backwards into the darkness, and then thrust us back through the wall. And when they return me home, I'm broken. Cuts, bruises, memories.
And the wall were many distant pinpricks of white.
Is there anyone else I can talk to that I haven't spoken to yet?
Gave the impression of a fish tank.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She asked for a sample reading to show what I could do.
Did your readings predict any danger?
It's easy to see now, with the benefit of hindsight. Three of Swords.
Oh,
Devil,
I just heard fireworks.
Death. I mean, any tarot reader will tell you that death hardly ever means real physical death. But given
right back.
Learned.
Go buy some pants. Okay, Kiki.
Except for a moment. The head was a monstrous.
Have I done everything with you? Yeah.
Ringed with row on row of teeth.
It's 9 o'clock and
okay, now we've done everything.
August. Investigations into the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw are continuing this evening. Miss Shaw was found dead in her home at approximately 10 p.m. last night in what police are describing as a puzzling case. Residents are urged to be cautious.
Absolutely puzzling.
Is caught. I cannot stress this enough, August. Stay safe out there. You mean the world to me. In other news, Monroe has been detained on urgent business, so you're stuck with me until she returns. Never fear, Monroe fans. We still have lots of pre-recordings, so you can relax with her angelic tones. That's 9 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Wait, there's pre-recordings?
It's led straight into its mind. A cold, dark tunnel.
Wait, is she dead? I don't think so. No, she's still alive. I can't speak to her.
You're the detective. Monroe just called. This is madness. Who would want to hurt her?
Fuck's sake. Are you and Monroe close?
We've worked together for years. She's the light to my shade, the angel to my demon.
But there's pre-recording, so
lump of coal.
Her alibi isn't there anymore. Is she dating anyone?
I believe not. She has a big heart, and in my opinion, opens it too easily.
Anyone hate Monroe?
Only a madman. Oh,
what's up, Hannah?
Monroe.
Hey, Mr. Gore. How you doing? How you doing?
Poe and Monroe. That was her idea.
Poe and Monroe.
Our show. We were just another local radio station before that. It was Monroe who decided we should have a theme. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe. Don't tell me you haven't heard it, detective. That's what the Free Radio Project is all about.
Alright, what's the Free Radio Project?
Uniting August via the airwaves. Monroe's been delivering free radios anywhere people might want to listen. Doctor surgeries, hairdressers, the guest house.
She's forcing people to listen to you?
That's cynical, detective. Not at all.
Okay, it's just finished pretty much. Yeah, I'm pretty good, thank you.
We are the only show on the radio.
I'm glad you're good and that you finished work. I was about to say Friday. How's your Thursday been?
We interviewed her about her scholarship not too long ago. Do you think whoever killed Dorota plans to kill Monroe? What makes you think she's in danger?
A tarot reading predicted it.
Tarot? Does this have anything to do with the gentleman who stopped by?
What gentleman?
I didn't get his name, I'm afraid. He offered to do a spot on our show.
Oh yeah, we already knew about that. That's Rain.
To answer listener questions. We said we'd think about it.
Tell me about August.
You know, this town is fascinating. There's a lot more to it than meets the eye.
We're carrying on with the interactive games, Mr. Goran.
History of August.
Done a thing. No, doesn't interest me.
Then I won't bore you with it. Although you're missing out on a superbly bloodthirsty tale.
'Twas busy festival on Twitch day. Oh.
On that note, I should probably get back to the booth. The show must go on. Death threats be damned. Look after Monroe, detective. She's the only Monroe I've got.
Alright, calm down.
Back to the center of the room.
Zach. Hello, Zach. What are you going to be doing the next few hours?
Probably right here. Why? I didn't realize I was under house arrest.
Don't act suspicious. You should probably go somewhere where there are witnesses.
Thanks for the advice. I hope I'm not the only suspect.
No, but you're the only one that's really sus.
My thoughts through the worm.
Hey, I'm going.
Oscar.
There's too many people asking questions. It's exhausting. I'm off to stay at my aunt's. I'll come back tomorrow, but I've said everything I can say.
God damn it! You come back here, Oscar. Wait, did he just leave with me still in his house?
Sam, I've got some heavy rain news.
What have you got on Rain?
Lance Petrovsky, that's his real name, and no, he's not a Russian spy. But he does have a criminal record.
What did he do?
He was charged with the murder of a 21-year-old artist. Looks like he got off on a technicality by all accounts.
What was when was this?
About 3 months ago in Hong Kong. Be careful, Sam. You're going to ask him about this. Could be a flight risk. And you know, there's a good chance he could be the killer.
This is true. This is true.
Door's behind you.
What do we know?
Rain's still a suspect. No corroborated alibi. Bronwyn Castle has one. Lexi Taylor doesn't. I got my search back on Rain, or Petrovsky, as we should call him. He's got priors that you're looking into.
Yes.
Rain met Ellis when he was touting for work. He gets around quickly. Ellis knows Violet because of the Free Radio project. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand.
Yeah, she thought she was abducted by aliens.
Last night. No one corroborates. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that.
Yeah, but why did she have a wedding dress? No one's talked about that bit yet. Okay.
It's now 10 o'clock. Here's your August update. Investigations deepen into last night.
Oh wait, it's already gone 10 o'clock. I've got no chance to investigate there at all.
Who had recently been granted a place at Juilliard was found strangled at her home last night. With the murderer still at large, Chief DuPont has urged residents to remain calm and stresses there is almost no chance of anyone else being harmed.
These screens are weird.
Alice,
it's also very bright.
Let me know you're okay. In other news, a handful of August residents have reported seeing strange lights in the sky earlier this evening. The lights, which witnesses describe as searingly bright, were spotted over the east edge of town, past the fire station. Have you seen any strange lights? Or for that matter, little green men? Let me know. That's 10 o'clock with Poe.
10 o'clock with Poe.
August's gone crazy tonight. I've just got off the phone with someone who thinks they saw a UFO on one of the nights that Violet went missing. Aliens would be normal right now. Anyway, now you're here, it's time. What do you suggest we do with Ellis Monroe?
I'll protect her at her house.
Monroe's a local treasure around here, Sam. Don't let anything happen to her.
Hello. Alice, I'm staying with you.
Sam, I'm not sure. Do you think you can stop someone from trying to kill me?
I'm a detective. Burn her at the stake. Yes, I'm gifted with certain powers.
I know you're just trying to make me feel better, but that's a weird thing to say.
Which
Maybe
is it?
I'd be better off with one of the Chief
which it
DuPont's
is.
officers.
I thought you punned. No, sorry, you're safer with me.
Guess at least you've still got a sense of humor, even when we're surrounded by death. Perhaps it's a good trait to have.
Yes.
You're too late. She's gone.
She left?
Yeah, I think so. No bag's packed though, and car's still on the drive, so she must have left in a hurry.
Wait, where the fuck was I?
Check in with her parents. We'll find her. If she can be found.
It's 11 o'clock. I'm Poe, and this is your August update. Police investigating the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw say they are getting closer to apprehending.
Where the fuck was I?
The death of Miss Shaw, who was found strangled at her home late last night, has sparked a massive police operation and caused alarm amongst August residents. Monroe has some personal business to attend to, but she sends you all her love and hopes to be back on the air tomorrow. And Monroe.
Maybe you're the murderer. But I've only just got to the town.
That's 11 o'clock with Poe.
Next chapter.
Sam.
Hey, Brony.
I have some bad news. We've done a group reading.
Oh, not another one.
It's you.
What do you mean it's me? I'm the next target?
I don't know, Sam. I don't know what to say. It's normally a death sentence, but with you, it might be different.
I'm not a red-headed woman. Or am I? Why me?
I think you've interfered too much. That's why you're the next target. I've called Chief DuPont already. He's asked that you meet with him. You should go, Sam.
You are sometimes, to be fair. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Maybe I've confused whatever it is. Did she just kiss me on the cheek? That's really weird. I don't even really know you.
It's almost midnight. You're still alive. This is a good thing. But no one's even attempted to kill you yet. You've given me a lot of evidence. Enough to arrest someone. But who? Make the right decision. You should be safe. If you don't...
We get to choose.
Well, we've all got to sleep at some point. I can get someone to guard your room at the guest house. But it might not be enough. So...
Can I get a kiss too? Where? Hint, who do you think, Chief?
During that whole thing with Alice, the only people I couldn't keep track of were Rain, Zach, and Violet. I don't want to believe it's Violet, but that's why you're here. You're impartial. Out of those three names, who was with Dorota at the time of her murder, or who has an alibi that doesn't check out? This is on you, Sam. Just give me a name.
I've got a feeling if I guess wrong, I might die. Why is Poe up on it? That's such a weird thing to put on there. See, I still think it might be Zach. I'm even an option. Is what? I'm gonna say Violet.
Violet? Are you sure? Fine. Okay, I trust you, Sam.
It's Panda. No, shh, Mr. Gosh.
I'll get the paperwork drawn up. We'll get Violet in. See if we can't get a confession to something.
I'm sorry, that was in bad taste.
I'm gonna slap you, Rain.
Bronwyn asked me to check that you're okay, and you seem to be. Well done catching a killer, by the way. Well, hopefully you did. Scream if you need me.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and this is Poe with your August update. We don't normally have them at this time, but since there's a killer on the loose, I feel it's my duty to keep the radio station manned. I personally spoke with Chief DuPont earlier, and he thinks they're close to catching the killer. Until that happens, though, please lock your doors and stay inside. Remain vigilant. The light has faded, and so has my fortitude. I see things in shadow, behind doors and under desks. I hear the chattering of teeth and the glee of insects waiting to feed on me. The studio undulates like a heart that beats its last beats. I can't go on. I must to bed. Forgive me, Lady August. Forgive me.
Poe's very weird. Next chapter.
Sam! It's you.
Oh shit!
Tied up in my photography studio. Sounds like we're going to have a great
I fucking knew it was him. I should have guessed him.
I must say, you're a bit of an idiot for not getting Chief DuPont to arrest me. But, fortunately, choices matter.
I thought it was too obvious.
And, no, before you ask, Violet doesn't know. She's far too sweet for all this killing.
Why did you want to kill those women?
Oh, Sammy, you want the whole foot-long explanation. There's no time for that. Those women are sluts. Dorota with her naked legs wrapped around the cello. We all know what that's shorthand for. Preening and makeup, practically begging me to have sex with them.
No, it's not.
And then when the offer comes, their legs close together like oysters. They're all whores, Sam. We're just haggling over the price.
Wow. Okay. You wanted to kill them because they shunned you?
Not just that. That's the reason the police would go after. No. Those pictures I took of them. I saw things in them you shouldn't see. Flashes of death and gluttony. Hideously grotesque.
I was a fool. I should have voted him.
Those photos.
I was so close to it as well.
To kill them. I mean, I wouldn't kill any old whores. I'm not Jack the Ripper. I'm going to kill you, though.
Change into Zach. Oh.
How can it be? How are you me? How are you?
He's down for the count. Now we can run away.
Okay, I think I've got all that. You managed to get free, then you tied Zach up before calling us. What I want to know is what made him pass out. That bit doesn't sound very likely. I'm almost certain there's something you're not telling me, Sam. I guess that's how you weave your magic. Get some rest, swing by tomorrow. Well done, Sam. You got the guy. Same time round, at least.
Detective Panda on the case. Maybe? I don't know.
Hello, sleepyhead. I'm so glad to see you alive.
Are you in my room? What about the next victim?
There is no next victim. Zach is still locked up.
Well, if you're wrong, but I mean, he admitted they were doing the murders, so...
Travelers don't like being incarcerated, so they'll have jumped realities already. It's not something that a jury will believe. The shell they've left behind won't remember what they've done. And spend a life in prison. All we can do is try and stop the next one. Sam, come with us, please. We could really use someone like you and, well, just... Will you?
No. What? My home is August now. Why would I want to be homed here? Yeah, fuck it, sure.
Really? Oh, Sam, that's wonderful. Let's finish packing and we can leave this afternoon. Sam, thank you. We're going to change lives, believe me.
Okay, Brony.
Cheeks, you did good. Real good. You win. Alexi hug. Sam, I'm just going to say it because you only live once and all that. Sam, I think I've fallen for you.
I've known you for like 5 hours.
It's out there now. We can get on with our lives.
That's a nice thing to say.
I see. Nice thing.
Bitch,
Well,
I've known you for 5 hours.
Gained. Heart wants what it wants. Perhaps you should go for a while so I can have a little cry. I'll be okay though.
Sam, you're safe. Thank Christ.
I kind of wish I said that August was my home now.
I don't know where that came from.
Oh, kiss him? What? Everyone's emotional today.
Yeah, I know. There's been a lot of death going around.
So this is it?
Look, however this pans out, I just wanted to say thank you. Chief DuPont was going to screw everything, but you kept it all together. The riot was stopped. But there's tens, if not hundreds, going on all the time, so...
Why didn't you kiss him? Because we've known him for 5 hours.
I don't know if Ron asked in the end, but... No.
He also hasn't told us that he's also Russian and nearly killed someone in Russia 3 months ago.
I didn't think you'd leave without saying goodbye. People do horrible things to people every day. I'm just glad that someone like you are around to save us. I mean, everyone needs a little saving from time to time.
What's going on?
What do you mean?
You're strong, it'll be fine.
That's easy for you to say. Look what you've just been through. I'd have been dead a few hours ago if it wasn't for you. But you're right.
I don't even know what I've done.
I am strong. I will be fine. But I like having you around, Sam.
I'm leaving.
I hope you're staying.
No.
Sam, you did good. I thought you would. I mean, not that I've got a signed confession or anything. Yet. Apparently, they don't remember anything about the murders, but Bronwyn seems pretty convinced it's over. Well done. I hear you're leaving town with the tarot readers. That's a real big shame. You were starting to fit in here. But good luck to you. You're doing what many of us have died trying. Leaving August.
Thanks, Chief.
And I've stuck to my word. That problem you had, I buried it. The coroner's report is going to say the woman was dead when you arrived, not after. I don't personally believe in exorcism or anything like that, but over the last 24 hours, I'm starting to think things aren't as cut and dried as I'd like them to be.
Wait, what?
You're a good person, Sam. At least that's definitely how it looks.
She died after we arrived? Not before? Did I kill her?
I am Dorota. I am 21 years old. I love playing cello, and I just been awarded a scholarship to Juilliard.
You're dead, love.
I just love cello.
Aww.
I love all string instruments, but cello is rich and deep and soothing.
I gotta listen to her talk about how much she loves cello.
No, cello is my hobby. But my real passion is... It's silly, it sounds silly. Well, I would like to build a time machine. I know. But it is possible. I think people make mistakes. They do things they regret.
I can just picture her telling her boyfriend to get a glass.
mean, I want to go back in time.
Well, Detective Panda's off the case.
Better choices.
You know why you're here, don't you?
Ouija, I guess? No?
Because you did well. And you know what happens when you do well?
I get a treat.
Augmentation. Congratulations, Agent 3.13. Welcome to 3.14.
Kill her and steal the time machine. The end, maybe. Enter secret debriefing.
Debriefing 3204, Birmingham. Transmit. And we're ready. Are you human?
No.
Do you have feelings?
I don't know.
Then we'll need to work on that. Do plants have feelings?
Yes.
It hasn't worked. It's stuck in compliance mode. Can we get someone in here, please?
Oh! Okay, well that was a very weird game. Right, let me put my hat back in the hat box. Yeah. Okay. Paddy given all the wrong answers. But plants can feel. That's the point, they can feel. Alright, wait a minute. I need to flip this back and move us over. Yeah. Right. Right, so that was a shape-shifting detective. That was a... That's different. That's nothing like what the other ones were, actually. That was actually quite... They haven't all... I was expecting that they were all similar, but they haven't been. Right. What we're going to do is we're going to start the last one, which is the complex. Which is... Just so we can go over it again. It is a major bioweapon attack on London. 2 scientists find themselves in a lockdown laboratory with time and air running out. The Complex is an interactive sci-fi thriller movie where your decisions lead to one of 8 suspenseful endings. So, okay, right, let's move this over to the Complex then. But yeah, no, that one was quite fun. They've all been sort of like somewhat different in their own way, obviously, in how they're played. But yeah, so we got the last one of the Wells Interactive games left, and this one is the Complex. And this one came out last year. I think it was either last year or this year. No, last year, because May the Scare came out this year. I'm turning the brightness down a little bit, because that's really fucking bright. Borderless. Pause choices. On. Off. Let's do on. So I can make sure I'm getting all those choices. Alright. New game. But yeah, so far, I've got to admit, I think Wells Interactive do some really good games. The only obviously question thing is the fact that they want to make that game a girl game, but take that out of the mix, it seems like they make some pretty decent stuff. Kindar, Southeast Asia. So again, it's another UK one. It happens in London.
Space is sterile.
Did you get blood samples for Kensington's research project?
Mm-hmm.
Nice work, Dr. Wakefield.
So we're
Another drone.
Yeah, they dropped a nerve agent on their apartment block. A woman was coming home from the shops. The boy was playing with a soccer ball.
Streamers helped create that game.
Football.
I won't be playing that one on stream.
I'm Amy.
Or I will probably, to be honest.
Hello.
Pleasure to meet you, Tallow.
Are you gonna hurt me?
They couldn't have picked a worse time as well, I know. Serious.
Listen. Let me do my work and you'll live. Understand?
I don't think right now is a good time to be light-hearted.
Reese,
Uh-oh.
I need to administer atropine.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to restock the vials.
Supply tent now! It's okay. Tell him, it's okay. Atropine injections worked on everyone I treated in Syria. Okay?
We're not in Syria, though, love. We're in somewhere else.
You're alright. You're alright. What's your name?
Dima. We're not safe here. The Supreme Leader ordered this attack.
We're here to help you.
He's trying to kill us. Both of us will stand against him. Oh, tell me, will this chemical ruin my life?
Be realistic.
It's very serious. You're in the best possible hands, I promise.
Honesty. It's very nice to hear it for once.
Ah, see, we made a good choice. I can't say they're gonna live from whatever this is, but I mean, you know.
I need to save my baby.
Oh shit, she's pregnant? It's all going off. Right, Bobby.
The supply tent's been depleted. There's only one vial left.
I don't know if she's a little bit, talking about my cat, I don't know if she's a little bit scared of the fireworks going off. Save Dima, she's got a baby.
Dima, give me your arm. Dima, please, you have to trust me. This will save you and your baby.
Making the big choices already, yeah? The thing is, 2 lives outweigh the 1, you know? It's not a fun choice, but at the end of the day...
Reese!
You know, it's gotta be. The complex. We're here again. London. Bloody old London.
We stand on the precipice of history. I'm Dr. Amy Tennant, and I'm here on behalf of the visionary Natalie Kensington to inform you how your investments have made that possible. Firstly, we've been using your billions for the greater good. The Kensington Corporation's relationship with Kindar has flourished since the resolution of its civil war. Our teams have been working on development projects with some of the country's top...
Keep track of how your decisions have affected in that personality relationship traits. Oh, wait. Oh, shit! Okay. So I'm 54% honest, 53% brave, 50% curiosity, 50% intelligence, and 43% sensitive. Yeah, that makes sense. Relationship status. Oh, I've only got 29% relationship status for that kid that died. Darn.
Country's brightest young minds. In fact, some of our Kindarian interns are here with us today.
Oh, wee! Is Kindar still a totalitarian state? Human rights violations and all that shit?
Oh, great. I'm not engaging with a dickhead.
Kindar is at peace. Moving on.
The Kensington Corporation is dedicated to bringing hope and new technology to
It's bad PR for us to associate with Kensington if she's dealing with a dictator.
We're all here to discuss the amazing...
Answer my fucking question.
Oh, there's no need to be so fucking rude.
Has Natalie sent a nurse to tell us anything anyhow?
Actually, I'm a doctor.
You know who I am, right?
May I ask you to leave the boardroom, please, sir?
Okay. I'm pulling my funding.
You can't. He's fucking drunk.
It's always a bit of a risk serving free champagne.
I've still got the room, you know. The room's... Oh, here we go. It's a bloody underground.
Now, the real reason you're here.
Uh-oh.
The Kensington Complex. Our impenetrable HQ of laboratories built bespoke to Natalie's specifications by the world-renowned Parker Kaplani. Deep within the complex is Security Lab Alpha, a womb of scientific advancement. There, we have something remarkable in development. I'm sure all of your news feeds have told you that Gordon Grosvenor's expedition to Mars is becoming a reality. Yes, the first person to set foot on Mars will be British if we can hurdle this final obstacle together.
What mysterious virus is this? Why it ain't Corona, that's for sure.
Hey. Are you okay?
Yeah, rough night. Don't do drugs, Kay.
We can't fit a hospital on a 10-ton Mars lander. How do we get around
Can you
this?
imagine that if the first people to go to Mars
Nanocells.
is British?
Stem cells interwoven with nanotech.
Nanotech! Nanomachines, son.
Migrate to the site of injury. There they regrow bone and generate extra blood to help catalyze the healing process. Tiny magic bullets.
What's your problem?
Of course. Take a video.
This is...
Don't call 911.
Mock-up. The real nanocells are still in development and securely back at the complex, but
Would make
once they're
things more exciting, I
we
guess.
can begin regulated human trials. Having treated victims of chemical attacks all over the world,
I don't think they get the rights to do that, you know?
nanocells could be miracle tech.
Oh shit, she's bleeding from the eyes. Oh, and she spat out blood. Yep, that's right. You know, keep filming. 21st century, record before help. Oh! I saw something about this. I'll talk about it when I next get a moment.
Hang on. I have some serious concerns about this.
Likewise. Before my employer invests any more capital, she wants some answers.
Amy, I really can't wait.
Field more questions.
I need to get you to the car now.
Yes, absolutely. What are your questions?
What's the catch of this miracle tech? You've made it in a lab, so is it radioactive or what?
What about privacy laws? Are they trackable?
Don't worry, we're talking about genetic reprogramming here, so nothing artificial or unnatural would ever go into our consumers' bodies.
Niente di naturale o artificiale, quindi non ce n'è bisogno.
Amy, please, we need you now.
Okay, right, let's go. I took a couple of questions, but we really need to go.
It's an emergency.
I have to go, but please stay and enjoy the wonderful hospitality. Let's go, Emily.
We need to get you on the scene immediately.
So I saw a video posted on Instagram the other day about someone rescuing a dog from a river or like a puppy. Right? And I thought, oh, that's really nice. I watched the video. Like, literally, there was someone recording it for at least like 3 minutes before someone actually came around and helped the dog out. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Just go and help the fucking dog. Why do you have to record it? Piss me off.
Because she's one of our interns.
I get that the puppy was saved in the end.
Here. This is beyond our remit.
But they could have just gone and saved it, you know?
Excellent quarantine work. I'll examine her back at the complex.
And we were waiting on your word before moving her. A single-person drone or ground ambulance.
The drone will get her there faster.
But it's more dangerous. If it crashes, then whatever's inside her, it gets out into the public.
It won't crash, it's Kensington tech. Use the drone, Amy.
You know what, I'm going to stick with the ambulance. I don't really know too much about the drone. I don't trust it.
Ground. I want eyes on her.
This is a mistake.
Trust me, I've dealt with this type of madness before.
Well, this is my decision to make. What's my relationship here? Who's that? 53%. Okay, we're getting good there. We're getting good. I'm a bit sensitive, and my intelligence has gone down a little bit, though. Roll a d20 for initiative, for intelligence. I don't have a d20 on me. It's all in the other room.
Buddies of a renegade.
Well, the prospect of losing a friend in a strange country, I can empathise with that. Today we need all your field experience, Amy.
Time to roll back the years.
You can say that again.
You've got to be kidding me.
Nah.
It's been a while, Dr. Wakefield. You got here fast.
Well, there weren't any blood vomiting ladies on my tube line. Miss Wakefield. Hug.
Let's walk and talk.
I ain't hugging you, Mr. Curly-haired man. Barely know you.
So, which legend fed the media that anthrax rumour?
I need to take this.
Was it her? So, do we have a name yet?
Claire Mahek, she's one of us.
Inside job?
No, she must be acting alone. Why else would she take the tube?
Well, Uber doesn't offer a getaway car service yet, so... Look, if we considered the hysteria might actually be valid.
What, terrorism? I highly doubt it.
Perceptive as ever.
Hey, Amy, look. I promise I didn't know you still worked here. If I did, I would have...
Stayed away? Yeah, I'm sure.
I feel like something happened here.
Or bungee jumping, or whatever it is that you were up to.
Because I'm passing through London. I checked my Twitter feed this morning, saw something I could help with. Plus, Kensington wants my expertise again.
Well, she already has my expertise.
I'm not disputing that, nor am I apologising for the skydiving. Guy's got to live.
Tension is hot in here. Oh.
And if you could come back and let me know your decisions. Okay, thank you.
You didn't want to run this by me?
2 lifesavers are better than 1.
Reese Wakefield is a deserter.
I know he's let us down in the past, but people change.
I don't feel like you have the right sort of mindset to be able to say, you know, why didn't you run this by me? It's her company.
Guys, can I just,
if she wants an extra hand, just
need to use the gents.
You know.
Can we go, please?
Go to my office. He's the guy left at the beginning.
I need to take 5 as well.
A girl's life hangs in the balance. Oh, for goodness sake.
Oh, we're at such a sophisticated building with all this tech, and we can't have an elevator to our office. That was weird. Do we seriously just go there for a fag?
Reese fucking Wakefield.
Don't smoke. Oh shit, my card's been reissued. Ba ba bam.
From your assistants down in Security Lab Alpha.
You should see the other guy.
You're just not helping yourself, mate. You're really not. Wah. Exactly. Exactly.
Nat, is this my tech?
Yes.
How? I mean, nothing leaves or enters the lab without us knowing about it.
Emily and I will get to the bottom of that. You just get the nanocells, otherwise our life's work's gone.
All of the nanocells are inside of her?
It was a master batch. No duplicates were made.
Tell her about the key card. Oh my God, Jesus Christ.
Woo! Oh my God, you guys are serious about your fashion.
Yeah, no more frumpy hazmat suits.
Pressure suits?
You'll see.
All right.
Changing cubicle. Don't let him see your goods. We're better than that.
Does this feel personal?
Claire?
Of course.
Well, she was in excruciating pain and she stumbled all the way to the tube station. Feels more emotional than just following orders.
It seems very weird for just a complex.
We're going into space.
Oh, purple lights.
Vacuum conditions active.
Something like that.
Echo!
This vacuum acts as the last line of defense to prevent microbes from escaping the lab. The lack of air makes it sterile as hell.
Well, that's great on a microscopic level, but it could do with some physical
Oh, so it is like being in space, I guess.
barriers. How long have you worked here again?
Talk to him.
4 years last
We're on a long
Wednesday.
walk.
Yeah, it's been that long.
Just thinking about some of the stuff we saw.
I saw a whole other year's worth after you left.
You know, it wasn't just skydiving. I needed
I didn't realise when he like
reset.
disappeared, he actually left.
Tiny
I
things.
thought, you know, he just
Learn anything that could help us today?
was maybe caught in something.
Hope not.
That is such a weird little bit there. I dig it though. I dig it.
I got killed for a cigarette. Do you still smoke?
No.
Well, it's back there. Must be serious. Yeah.
Vacuum conditions inactive.
Well, the game synopsis said it's a major biochemical weapon, right? So it's got to be pretty big.
Dr. Thomas Malkin, Dr. Everly North. This is Dr. Reese Wakefield. He'll be assisting us today.
Cool ponytail.
Let me take you to her.
Why has he got to say the weirdest shit?
Feels
Why
like
can't he just be normal? It really is Umbrella.
Yeah. Russian, aren't they? So what's your story then, Malkin?
I've wanted to assist Dr. Tennant since I saw a talk at the Plains Summit about the extracellular matrix and lattice in stem cells.
Holy
This is cool tech, though.
Attacking the bone structure.
Bands, mate. Bands.
I have a sample of her blood under the microscope.
Can you imagine if we actually had tech like this in real? How much easier shit would get done?
Guys, this is my tech. The nanocells are inside her. But they're unfinished. There's no off switch, so they're just coursing through her body, producing excess bone and blood.
But how could she have contracted them?
From a spillage, maybe.
They barely survive for 2 minutes once they're exposed to air, and she didn't have the authorization to access them. Someone's put them in her. No. Leave it in, Claire. You need it.
Feels fucking
Probably
weird.
prototypes. Oh no, it's
Terrorists.
Yeah.
It'd be a terrible one if I was. I did this for Mina.
What's Mina?
Terrorist organisation.
Will you stop that, please?
Look, how many times have we seen a lone wolf release pathogens into the air?
Nanocells aren't airborne. They can only be transferred via blood-to-blood contact.
People using sparklers off on the balcony across from me.
Answer call.
But there's also just, you know, a lot of fireworks going off right now. I don't think this is based in the future.
Not directly. We'd need to extract a large blood sample to keep them active. From there, I'll use that as a roadmap to recreate the master batch.
Seems simple enough. She has plenty of blood to spare.
Not exactly.
That's just
Her new bone matter is consuming her body's resources at an accelerated rate. If I remove that much blood in one go, she'll die.
Wasn't fuck, what's his name? Elon Musk wanting to make chips that could be implanted into the back of your head.
Au revoir, nanocells.
So either way, she dies. Okay. Amy, we're going to have to go for the option where we retain our asset.
Natalie, I can't just...
I'll get back to you. End call.
What should we do, Doctor?
Set up for a full blood diagnostic. There has to be a way to get the nanocells.
It was something to implant in the brain, I think. I thought it was something just in the back of the head.
Dr. Wakefield, please replace her IV. I can't risk any outside contamination.
Sure thing. Dr. Tennant. Need to replace this, okay?
Right, what we're looking at. There's only one other person that we haven't met yet. But our sensitivity is dropping quite a bit, and our intelligence has gone down a couple more percentage. Things aren't good, you know? Things aren't good.
Don't bite me. Whoa! Shit, sorry. A little rusty. I mean.
Oh no, what have you done?
Don't go anywhere.
What did you do?
Who delivered this crate?
Oh, it was here when we arrived this morning.
Well, it's in the way. It needs to be moved.
I'll move it.
Don't worry about that. That's what we're here for.
Thank you, Dr. North.
God damn.
Dr. North?
It's not personal.
Oh my god, he's a madman. my God, it's all kicking off now.
Reese! I'm good. Check on Dr. North.
Check on the... It's fine, he's only got a knife wound. Check on the other one.
Dr. North? Dr. North, George, help me. We're gonna save you, okay?
Oh. Well. She dead.
I knew there was something off about Malkin.
Oh, what if we had asked...
There's a fucking ponytail.
What if we had asked Malkin to do it? Wait.
You're fine.
Has he touched his leg that has an open wound with the glove with the other blood on it?
I'm currently the safest person in this room.
Good enough for me.
Why are we in lockdown mode?
It's detecting the poison from the acid bomb. It won't be in the air for much longer.
Thanks for that.
How is she smarter than all of us right now?
Emily, where's Natalie? There's been an incident in the lab.
Yeah, I can see that, and the biosecurity's kicked in.
I need Natalie on the line right now. I don't care who she's with.
Yeah, okay, she's in her office. I'll call you right back. End call.
First things first, let's get this cleaned up.
Wait, check his hand. I think he's touched the wound with the dirty blood.
We'll be back in a minute, Claire. Don't go anywhere.
She's an intern. Yeah, but how does she know more than the actual doctor? Know what I mean?
Kensington could have at least left us some of her expensive whiskey.
Slap him.
Stink. Ah! The fuck? Ah! Oh!
No, you're supposed to do it at the same time.
Oh.
Cold.
Oh.
You don't do one at a time. You do it both at the same time. It's supposed to take the memory off.
I have to clean this wound.
No, it'll be fine. We've got bigger fish to fry.
Nanotech making her smarter. Investigate noise.
It came from the void. Here, try this on. I'm gonna go check it out. Don't go anywhere.
Oh, Jesus.
Welcome to the club, buddy.
Oh, I thought that was out of you. I thought it was from her because she said she was cold.
What the hell is that?
It must be coming from beyond the walls.
Is there any security cameras we can check?
On the computer, but I don't know how. My assistants did that.
Would you mind?
Oh my god.
Thank you.
God damn, this is cool tech. Can you imagine having a touch desk?
Shit on the RE. The cavalry?
In masks?
Why do they have a gun?
Nothing, though. Sound doesn't travel in a vacuum.
Shit, they've deactivated the vacuum.
It exists. Wait, it does?
Prizes for guessing who the brains of this operation is.
God bless those security walls, eh?
This is impossible. They would need unprecedented access to our security systems to be doing this.
her damn cavalry. Look, they're Kandarian too. I knew you were part of something bigger.
Lump us all together because they have the same features. Big eyes and big lips too. The divisions in my country are complex. Those bunch are not from my team.
Hmm.
And now they're fucking with us.
Answer call.
Amy, what's going on down there?
You've been infiltrated, Kensington. Dr. Malcolm was a plant. Thanks to him, Dr. North is dead, and so are my dreams of becoming a professional footballer.
But you
Oh, shut up, Reese.
Yeah, how'd you know that?
Emily checked security footage from the lab.
I mean, does privacy even exist around here?
There are 3 masked intruders in the void, and they're armed.
They've deactivated the vacuum and bypassed the security wall.
I'm still alive. Make sure she knows that.
Biosecurity is still enabled, so you are safe no matter what.
Well, unless they open the door.
Fuck is that noise?
Laptop.
I'll get onto this intruder situation.
Oh, well, not that I'm not grateful, but why is lockdown mode still active? The poison from the acid bomb has dissipated and the bioprotector is containing Claire's infection.
It must be detecting something else. The safety of London is paramount.
There's a really weird fucking noise outside.
Amy, you need to extract Claire's blood, especially if the intruders have come for her. The nanocells cannot fall into the wrong hands.
Well, there's an easy way to prevent that. We smoke Claire.
No!
Wow, okay.
Wow. Still can't keep your cool under pressure.
She's responsible for this.
That makes no sense. We're her only hope at retrieving the nanocells.
Yeah, she's going to let us extract the nanocells and then kill us by gunfire.
Wow. Bleak much?
All right, look, Parker Kaplani designed this lab, right? Do you think he built an escape route, a back door, anything?
I don't know. We'd have to ask him ourselves.
Yoo-hoo.
What now, Claire?
Can you move the dead people?
Now that she mentions it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Wait, how do we kill the other bloke?
I bet this one.
Enough with the Natalie theories.
Remember those new skills I was telling you about? Well, advanced computing is one of them. Programming, coding.
Hacking?
I prefer the term unsolicited browsing.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, sorry. Hacking. Look, I know you two are besties, but I find Natalie a bit... Meh.
Yeah.
Let's access it.
Yeah.
Give her a little listen.
This is how scientists get killed, you know.
Well, I mean, there's a good chance we're going to die anyway down there, so might as well do this and go out with a swing, right?
Where did you learn to do this?
If I told you, I'd have to kill you.
You bloody try, mate.
Wait, we shouldn't...
Look, if she's got nothing to hide, what's the issue? We're in this together. We need to cooperate if we're going to survive.
Let him do it. Why not?
Go ahead.
The 3 intruders in the void have managed to lock every lift and door giving us access down there. Whatever they've done has caused electrical blips throughout the entire building. There are questions.
Have the security idiots announce an upgrade gone awry? No one can think this Claire situation's any more serious than it already is.
This seems planned, Natalie. There must be more traitors in our midst.
Emily, please. 2 people are trapped in that lab with our prized asset. They are our priority. Announce the security upgrade.
Better clear the airways in case she calls.
Who could the traitors be working for?
Let's ask the original.
I don't think she's a traitor, though.
Claire,
Amy,
what do you and your friends want?
I'm not an espionage mastermind. They aren't with me.
So how did all the nanocells end up inside you?
Is it not totally obvious? You should listen to Professor Xavier over there.
About what?
Kensington.
So
The Marvel reference.
No. Not me.
her morphine. Don't let her suffer. Jesus Christ.
I fart in your general direction. Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberry.
Yes.
Thank you.
I don't think she is evil.
How long have you been at the complex?
A year. We've always had passing conversations on higher floors, but I don't think you remember.
Oh, she only didn't sort the hamster by comparing it to her mother.
Well, here we are. Claire, come on. Just tell me what's happening so that I can help you.
I got them all. Mina.
Who's Mina? Claire.
She's about as useful as a chocolate teapot.
Answer it. I think there was others.
Ready for more cryptic bullshit?
Answer call.
Guys, you were right about the intruders. They've sabotaged the system and have electronically barricaded themselves in the void.
Yeah. Tell us something we don't know, please.
How are they bypassing your security system so easily?
Kensington Corporation stock plummets amidst
TV
links
off.
Oh shit, our stocks are going down.
Plans are being made.
Well, have you contacted Parker Kaplani? He designed the lab. He'll know how to get us out of here.
We've been trying, but he could be anywhere on the planet right now.
Parker has no compunctions about who he builds labs for, as long as he pays court.
Excuse me.
Stop her.
Emily, wait. Please. Give us something. Help us.
Dr. Malkin, the 3 intruders in the void, Claire, they all infiltrated the complex expertly.
What, another country in the space race, or?
Possibly, well, they might be trying to steal the nanocells, or destroy them.
What about this Mina person?
I'm going to move heaven and earth to try and get hold of Parker.
Thank you, Emily.
End call.
There's like choices that aren't being that I'm not able to make here, and it's annoying me.
You can do the computer system?
I can hack the communication lines, get in touch with Parker Kaplani myself.
Okay, awesome. You do that. I'm gonna look for a way out of here. You okay?
I think the air's getting stale down here.
No, that's impossible. Even in lockdown mode, there's always a steady supply of oxygen.
Like, we could have told our boss that our card was reissued, but we didn't do it. We could have told him that about Amina.
Beauty, I need something to get me past that vent.
Nothing. Fuck it.
Always wished I was taller.
Reese can't do it. He's got a dodgy leg. Oh, this is gonna go brilliantly. Called it.
Wait.
Bloody called it.
Oh, it's quite cute, matching wounds. I mean, mine's slightly more impressive.
Mine put both of yours to shame.
I hate her.
What's his deal?
There's only one wall left between them and the lab door.
How did she even fall? She was on a spinny chair.
Negative.
with no railing around it and nothing to hold on to stop her from falling.
Sift through it, see if there's anything helpful.
Roger that.
It wasn't the smartest idea.
Fucking sneaky bastard.
Wait. Claire got access to the lab?
Is that your master batch?
How did she get that level of clearance on her ID card?
Wait, what were you injected yourself? Why didn't the lab shut down?
The nanocells need time to diffuse in the bloodstream.
I was able to get out of the complex before feeling the effects.
What the fuck is she doing in the storeroom?
I destroyed all the duplicate nanocells too.
What? I didn't authorize any duplicates to be made.
So you were just stealing the master batch for employers to replicate? Who? Who was it? Was it the Russians?
No, I was heading to MI6.
Oh, fucking impeccable timing as always.
MI6? Why were you taking them there, Claire?
Let's go!
Parker. We got a hold of Parker.
Half true. I was already en route. I get alerted every time shit hits the fan in one of my labs.
We also have the identities of the 3 intruders. Sending them through.
This is so weird.
These guys.
They're from last year's batch of Kindarian interns.
Sleepers, like Malkin.
Yeah. Guys. There's one security wall between them and us. What have you got?
What are our best options, Parker?
I need 10 more minutes to study these blueprints. That lab was built to contain world-altering alchemy. So excuse me if...
The three in the lobby, yeah. Is the three up in the hallway, like when she was, when she went to her office?
Fucking bullshit about nanocells again. We've got 10 minutes to think without all that shit.
When you visited your office, yeah, they were up there watching.
I didn't want to hand this over. It's not meant for you, but fuck it. You need to see the truth about Kensington and Kinder.
When she said Kinder, all I'm thinking is Kinder eggs. I know that's not what she means.
Careful, Amy.
Always.
Wait. This is really lame. Could you hold my hand? Please.
Kinder what now? Oh.
I'm just really scared.
You did this yourself. Like...
Two files. Kensington and Picnic. Which one do you want to watch?
Kensington.
If this gets out, we'll be answering to the UN.
Kensington, Ma. What's the problem? We quashed uprising villages, and you got human trials to assess your technology. To burn one stone.
But
3 whole villages.
Your scientists need not know how the data was acquired. The Supreme Leader is a man of discretion. We trust you are the same.
So she worked with them to get
Or we will.
data.
I think my mind's thinking the same thing as yours, so do you really want to watch the other video?
Blair, please.
Sure?
Look, look. You've forgotten the wine but remembered your phone. Typical.
Mina's mad at me these days. Well, I'm sorry I forgot the wine, okay?
Yeah.
Raw onion bhajis, egg mayo, tomatoes.
So Claire takes too many selfies in London.
Not that much. Look, I'm showing the surroundings. Look how pretty this grass is. Come on, let's take a picture. Look at the camera. Smile.
Okay then.
You see, the Kandarian government and Natalie Kensington experimented with the
I need to take a quick toilet break before. I've been waiting for like a moment where I could just quickly pause it and go. But yeah, I need to take a quick toilet break. We're going to see what happens next in a minute. But I will leave you with a little bit of tune. And I'll be back in a couple of minutes. See you in a minute. Right, we're back. Okay, so the last relationship was with the Parker, the other bloke. My intelligence has got back up though. Getting somewhere. Alright, let's see what happens now.
nanocells on my people, my village, my parents, my sister Mina. They're all killed for opposing the dictatorship.
Natalie was making duplicates of the master badge behind my back.
Shit.
Killed people.
And you were taking all the evidence from MI6? In that USB and in your veins?
Now the Supreme Leader has activated a sleeper cell in the complex.
He's activated quite a few.
Yeah, not to mention Natalie's. Why didn't you tell us this before?
How could she trust us? Yeah, see?
Reject call. Amy, we need to take a minute and think about this, okay?
I'm fine, I promise.
Hey, look.
We wouldn't have said anything bad.
No rash decision when I see one.
You're not going to expose Natalie after what you've just seen.
We need to deal with our current predicament. Plus, I really need the toilet again. Would you believe this isn't the weirdest place I've taken a shit?
Do you need me to stay and help you?
No, you're fine, you're spared.
I'll be sitting outside.
Okay.
All right, Tube Girl. Calm down, love.
I never thought I'd have to answer that question.
Oh, you do the right thing, you always do.
I get she's angry though, because obviously all of this has happened. Why wouldn't we expose her? But
Well, it might have rubbed off on you if you'd stopped.
we might as well expose her once we get out of this situation.
Why'd you leave, Reese?
They can cover all of this shit up.
The absurdity. Not knowing whether saving someone was the right thing to do, if it condemned them to a life of pain. It's too much for me.
She's starting to shout her head off. You might as well go out with a bang, ain't you?
Coward isn't the man for you anyway.
That wasn't your call to make. We were a team.
Do we really have to be talking to him while he's having a shit?
Heard of Mr. Cracking Fortnite in Eritrea.
Where can I sign up for this war-torn world tour you guys were on?
Find out more.
Enough with the wisecracks, Claire. I'm not in the mood.
I know how you feel, Amy.
You lost people that you love. My feelings are trivial compared to yours.
The sense of betrayal.
Come on, give us a break.
I meant
Yeah, he's trying to have a shit in there.
it was a dream come true, getting an internship here. A village girl from Kindar, coming to London, to work, to live, to love. Funny story. On my first day here, I was super late because I thought there was a station in the complex. Turns out I was looking at the tourist tube map with disused and unfinished stations.
Yeah, that's right. They half-built a station under the complex.
Tabitha Green's.
We're so far underground, we must be right on top of it.
So why can't we go down to that?
Yeah.
She's hit the bloody nail on the head, that one.
Yeah, you might be right, Claire. Thank you.
Anytime. What did I say?
We can't go across the void. We tried going up into the vents, but we haven't tried going down. To Tabitha Green.
But how would we go down?
Access point.
We might have one. Reese is sitting on it.
What do you have to know?
I need something that will remove the entire toilet quickly.
Chemistry.
You're gonna have to get your hands dirty.
Not necessarily. We're at the lowest point of the complex. So Tabitha Green's must be right below us.
Yeah, okay, Amy, but there's a toilet in the way.
Not for long.
Potassium. Amy.
My favorite ever chemistry lesson was when the teacher put a small piece of potassium in water.
What does that do?
I always wanted to see what a full block would do.
Is it gonna make a bomb? Why didn't she close the door?
Oh, you are positively insane.
So now the big question, how far below us is Tabitha Green's?
Looks deep. I'll go check it out.
Do you have drop Amy. Drop something big. I like how you had the choice to drop Amy.
Hey, Reese, can you help me with something?
Easy does it. Should have used his ponytail, he'd be at the bottom by now. Oh, whoa!
That's quite a big drop. That's quite a big drop. But at least we don't have to worry about that evil bloke coming back to kill us. Huh? Huh?
They're going to shoot their way in.
Their bullets won't dent these doors. They were built to withstand much more than that. The Void's last resort defense mechanism is the kicker. When it detects a rogue pathogen, it generates a white heat flash to eliminate the threat.
She's already hardwired into the system. We are fucking fucked. Answer call.
Guys, the intruders are almost in, and we know why they're here.
Parker, what options have we got?
Enough! While Parker was accessing the lab security mainframe for bypasses, we saw records of who gained entry in the last 24 hours.
Claire entered using someone else's ID credentials.
Yours, Amy.
That's impossible. I've got my ID card right here.
Amy didn't help me. I snuck into her office and I copied her credentials off a computer. You're the liar, Natalie.
You don't have a voice here, Claire.
Look, we know about Kindar.
Reese.
We have proof. Lots.
Nonsense.
Look, the intruders are Natalie and Kindar's way of making sure that we die with their dirty little secret. We know that you hack your own security, Natalie.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, your cybersecurity sucks. Even Reese hacked it easily.
Reese is hacking the system.
He isn't an employee here, is he? What's your story, buddy?
He spent the last few years bouncing between pharma companies around the world. A mercenary. Whose side are you on, Wakefield?
You know what? Fuck this.
Everyone, calm down. All I know is that if they get in, the nanocells are gone forever. Natalie, please.
Look, we aren't traitors. Help us. Stall them. Do something.
Amelia, regardless of what we think of each other right now, you're one of my closest friends. Parker?
So we're trusting these guys now?
Yes, we are.
Can the Void jam electronics?
Negative.
Could you reinitialize the vacuum? Two of them aren't wearing helmets.
I can't. They've locked us out.
Reese could. His computer down there is hardwired into the system.
All right.
Okay, talk me through it as fast as you can.
Help, Amy!
Look at my fucking eyes when I'm talking to you.
Yeah, Morph. We got this. We're going to Claire. Leave the door.
What's going on, Claire?
Something wrong. My heart.
Shit, it's severe.
to wear a mask.
I trust you.
She's bleeding blood. She's crying blood. She's a character from Binding of Isaac now. He's doing his hacking shit.
Did Parker tell you how to turn the vacuum back on?
He did.
Not so smug now, are you?
We're not out of the woods yet. All right, they're still unlocking the door. 1 down, 2 to go.
They're stupid in the first place. You shouldn't have taken off their fucking helmets, really, should they?
Come on.
Suffocate, you bastards.
Bad guy 101. Don't remove your bloody helmet. Oh, he done that so that he could take the oxygen. He's a smart cookie, that one.
Call Natalie Kensington.
We're okay. Answer call. Oh, thank God.
We saw the lab door didn't open. Good work, Wakefield.
Appreciate the guidance, Parker.
Thanks for the lead, Natalie. There's still an armed intruder out there. Parker, what else do you have for us?
I could go full 90s internet, unplug the lab, plug it back in. That will kill lockdown mode and the vacuum for 60 seconds. You guys can then escape before everything initializes.
But when we lose oxygen...
Team poised to handle the last intruder.
No, that's a shit plan. He's standing right outside the door. A fucking security team of sprinters wouldn't make it down before he wastes us.
He's right, Parker.
It's a calculated risk worth taking.
Okay, well, when could you do this?
Whenever you're...
When you get Claire's blood.
Fuck, Natalie.
Yes, I know it will kill her, but she's gonna die anyway. She'd be sacrificing herself to save millions. Think, Amy. We can't start over again. This has been our lives for the past 4 years. We're not the only country trying for nanocells.
I'm not a murderer.
You're a monster, Kensington.
Just take the blood, Amy.
Time is running out. Deal or no deal?
End call.
No deal.
Corner here, Amy.
There has to be another way that doesn't involve killing Claire.
There isn't. We're trapped.
Yeah, by Natalie. The lab's in lockdown mode because she ordered it. There's no other chemical threat outside of Claire's bioprotector.
Yeah, there is. Actually.
I called it. I knew that he'd get it.
How?
Should have brushed up on my needle handling.
See, I told you. I said that he touched it with his goopy hand.
Look, this is a Mexican standoff we're going to lose. It won't be long until I'm like Claire, and eventually the oxygen will run out, so Parker's crazy plan of opening that door is our only hope.
You've changed your tune. Maybe Natalie will rescue us.
Yeah, you want to bet? All the evidence of her actions in Kindar is down here. The nanocells are our only leverage. Take her blood, however much you need.
Claire, please give me your arm.
Claire's dead anyway. I mean... Yeah, I don't want to do it.
Tell me honestly. Can you save me?
I'll be honest.
There's almost no chance of it. Your internal physiology is completely changed, and I can't predict what's gonna happen.
You're weak.
Look, I don't even know if I'm gonna survive this. But if I do, I promise you that...
Stop. I've got enough.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Don't stick it in. That's what she said.
Reese.
God damn it, Reese.
Close the bioprotector. Claire can live to fight another day. It's about time I contributed an escape plan.
What?
While Parker was talking me through the vacuum reset, I realised that a full lab reset wouldn't be much different. We don't need those pricks upstairs.
But if you reset the lab, they'll be alerted.
That's where things get creative. I hacked into the lab security camera and recorded the last 3 minutes of you preparing to extract Claire's blood. I can output that 3 minutes of footage onto their security feed. While you escape, they'll think you're following orders.
How did you come up with this?
Saw it in a movie.
Okay.
Of course he saw it in a bloody movie.
Remaining obstacle outside.
God damn it,
Why are you
Reese.
speaking in the second person?
I'm going to take him out. I'm infected. As soon as I step into the void, that heat flash will trigger.
Reese, you've lost it.
If I die in here, lockdown mode ends and he gets in. If I die out there, so does he, and you have a chance. I've been the weak link. It's time to become an asset. Just take Claire, run, and save her.
I'm not going to stop him.
No, I chose this, okay? And that's how you make a life. Every
He wants to do it.
choice along the way counts.
I fucking hate you.
Don't kiss him for fuck's sake, he's infected.
Beach. And Kindar. To face it. That woman was there. Dima. She's just playing with a little girl. She called her Amy.
No kiss. No! Mr. Gordon, no!
I'm sorry.
Get your infected hand off me! What are you doing? Ah! Oh, thank God.
Get back.
See?
Didn't your mother ever tell you not to kiss anyone carrying a life-threatening pathogen?
Thank fuck for that. We came this far, she kisses him like some stupid idiot.
I share the sentiment now. More than you know.
Wait!
What is it, Claire?
Switch places with me, Reese. At this stage, you have a far better chance of surviving than I do. Come on. You have all the evidence against Kensington.
Make sure the world sees it.
No, Claire, I'll do it.
Drop in. The bioprotector will stop the lab detecting your infection, and you two can escape. Come on!
No, Claire. You're under our care. It's our duty to do everything we can to save your life.
Please, listen to me.
Reset the lab, Dr. Wakefield.
This is what you get, Reese, for leaving me on the beach.
Did you do that, Parker?
No. I'm sitting here.
Chemical threat detected. Heat flash initiated. Security Lab Alpha system reset complete.
Nice work, Dr. Wakefield.
All looks good to me.
Yeah. She's going to get the nanocells. Well done,
Cheeky
Amy.
week at the end, yeah.
I wouldn't have.
What was that?
Oh,
Nothing. Three minutes.
Ilyav the lad died a lad. Oh shit, that literally fucking disintegrated him. For some reason I thought it was just a really powerful flashbang.
I'm gonna lift your legs, Claire. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Okay, okay, easy. Easy, easy, easy. Okay, okay, got it? I'm gonna change back into my clothes too. This lab suit will draw too much attention. I can't stand. I'm gonna run to the disabled toilet. They have a fold-up wheelchair. Just stay here.
Don't fall off the chair. Because this looks unconspicuous.
You ever fired a gun before? Amy?
This has been a suicide mission ever since you put my tech into your veins.
You know that
My friend is dead because of you. Look, I know you lost people that you love, but that doesn't justify anything.
You know he's gonna try and hide the gun?
Emily wasn't bluffing about the security team.
There's a back way up ahead. That's our best bet.
I don't even know how we're gonna save her, to be honest.
Natalie's office is up there. She has to pay for what she's done.
No, that's for MI6 to do.
Yeah, because escaping really worked it well for you last time.
What the fuck?
Security footage.
Trickery by Wakefield. He's good.
Yeah, he was. Natalie, step away from the panic button under your desk.
Amy, I can sense you want to negotiate.
I don't want to negotiate.
Claire, are you okay?
Fuck off.
What do you want?
For someone to be accountable for all this.
Raise the stakes or raise the stakes. I think we're gonna have to raise the stakes, you know?
Whoa.
Amy, what are you doing?
Amy.
Dr. Malkin and the 3 interns were sleepers, activated by the Kindarian government. Claire's actions threatened to expose the human testing their leader allowed Natalie to do on villages that opposed him.
You are making very outlandish claims, Amy.
What makes you think that anyone in this room had anything to do with this?
Only the people here have the power to facilitate that
Reason good.
level of infiltration.
You're right. Emily hired Malkin and selected the interns.
What? How can you question my loyalty? I went to Kindar to cover your tracks.
Admit it. Admit it. Claire, I did a deal with Kindar. I'm ashamed, but it was all in the name of this miracle tech. Can't you see that?
She's behind all of this. Kill her.
Why are you discounting Claire? Maybe she paid us all in the name of her supreme leader.
More likely the Supreme Leader has bought you, Parker.
Amy, you're not a murderer.
Guns
You
down,
did
Wendy.
hire Malkin. You're the one that's behind money.
This ends here.
Natalie. Wait, we're not gonna kill, right? I thought we were just gonna turn him in.
I'm sorry, Natalie, you deserve this.
Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, what? I guess we're taking all of them then.
How much money was Kindar paying you?
Does it matter anymore? Who are you working for?
Parker's probably the most dangerous. Not anymore.
I cut a deal with the Secret Service once I found out about Natalie's actions.
What?
You knew already.
Anything that happens.
Oh my god. Fuck's sake. I just got a trophy called Kinder Surprise.
They had made duplicates of the message, so I informed MI6, and they were going to
Fuck's
arrest her
sake.
once I delivered the nanocells, in the interests of public safety. And then you happened.
No organization would use technology this powerful solely for good. It's not how the world works.
After what I've seen today, I think you're right.
Keep her alive. No more people need to die.
I promise, the world will know about you and your family. Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot. I'm with MI6. I'm gonna grab my identification. See? I have evidence Natalie Kensington committed human rights violations in Kindar. Okay, arrest me, do whatever, just make sure the authorities see this.
But yeah, I think she's correct. She didn't know what's going on, Mr. Gore. Didn't even identify themselves. can skip credits, cool. Hey, we got a perceptive personality! Oh, yeah! Well, that was complex. It was fun. I enjoyed the story of it. And the twists. I have a complaint though. There's barely any choices for me to make in this game. I don't really feel like I felt like I watched more of a movie with this one compared to the other ones. There wasn't much choice. Like, there's stuff that she done that I feel like could have been a choice and would give me a bit more of a feel for it, but it wasn't. It's just done one or the other. I mean, overall, it's a decent game, but I'd say compared to the others, it kind of lost its feeling compared to the other ones. But yeah, I mean, overall, like, it's a decent game. I enjoyed it. I would say if you want some interactive games that you could possibly maybe get different endings on and your own experience, then hell yeah, get it and try it out. I would say it seems like it's pretty cheap generally. If you can get it cheap or even cheaper, then why not? But yeah, I kind of wished I had more choices with that game.
Max, she's done your what's name again? Your speaker.
Yeah, all right. But yeah, so yeah, that's where we're going to leave it today anyway. I won't start another game because I'm going to go have some foods. But what we'll do is we'll raid Mr. Don Killington as he's on. He's playing some Darkest Dungeon. I don't think he's played that before. But yeah, obviously I won't be here tomorrow, but we'll be back on Saturday with another stream. I think I'm going to test it out, make sure it definitely does work. If it does, I'm going to play the Lord of the Rings games for PlayStation 2. We'll do Two Towers and Return of the King. Because I used to really like those, and I don't think they're long games. But it's just something fun just to obviously kill the stream time until Valhalla comes out on Tuesday. But yeah, as per my always, there's my socials, and there's my Discord. If you can, drop the panda butts. If you can't, just shout panda love. But yeah. Take it easy. Stay awesome. See you later. Bye-bye.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.